says hello. Your claim is our game. AvnerGat.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood, carpet, and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
I'm rebooting my life, John. Believe it when I see it.
It's the Waba Grill Lunch Hour with Mason and Ireland. Waba Grill. What's their secret? It's in their sauce. Their sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Mason.
I've got to clean up my act.
Ireland.
I'm just a dope.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour is on right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's up, people? It is Thursday. Short week is always nice because it's already Thursday, and
Well, it doesn't feel like it,
just
does it?
gotten through it. No, it feels like a very short week. So Ireland, I've made a decision. I got a text
About?
today from my personal trainer.
Okay. Steve Zim, the guy I met at your party.
Steve Zim
Seems like a good dude.
Tighter U, Culver City. He sent 2 words: missing you.
Oh, calling you out.
That's a good trainer.
Yes.
Missing you.
Yeah, he's guilting you.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Calling you out.
I'm definitely going there. Plus, I got to keep up with Luka. Luka's leaned out. I got to lean out for the
All right.
summer. Summer shred.
Let me
Let's
ask
go.
you guys a question about the Luka pictures.
Okay.
So what Mace is talking about is I sent him a story yesterday that Luka's been seen out and about.
Yeah.
I think he's in Slovenia working out with the national team, and he looks noticeably thinner.
Yeah.
Which I hope very much is true.
Yeah.
But isn't it possible, like, I could take
He's
10...
using an Instagram filter?
No, I could take 10 pictures of you over the last 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay? And some of them you would look heavy, and some of them you would look thin. It kind of
Yes.
just depends on what you're wearing,
It definitely
right?
does.
Can't you be duped into thinking someone is in, like, everybody always talks about, like, oh, Ireland, you're in great shape. I just have a low metabolism. I don't gain weight.
High metabolism.
Well, whatever that is,
Yeah.
I don't gain weight.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
You can pretty much do whatever you want. I'm
Right.
so envious of that. I'm so envious.
but
I
so
just,
but people will say, "Wow, you look great. Are you doing anything?" I'm like, "No, I never gain weight." And Luka might be one of those guys that often. I don't know. I
Yeah.
hope all this is true. What my hope is that LeBron got around Luka and said, "Hey, here's a workout plan. Stick to this."
You know, it's interesting.
And that he's getting texts from a trainer that says, "Missing you."
Yes.
You know, that's what I hope.
Exactly. Now, did you read, by chance, Dan Woike's article today in the LA Times?
I did
about the
not, but I
Lakers?
like Dan,
Okay.
and I will look forward to reading it soon.
Dan used the word, because he said, better shape and all that stuff, if that's a fact, etc. He said the big reason for that, humiliation. That when he went from Dallas to L.A., everybody talked about his weight. He's fat. He's overweight.
Wait a
He
minute,
eats too
Mace.
much. He smokes. He drinks beer.
Everybody talked about it.
Right.
Let's call this exactly what it is. Dallas effed him like no player
Right.
has ever been
Right.
effed. All right, they cost him $200 million, and they basically said, we hate you so much.
Yeah.
And we have so little faith that you will ever get in shape that we're out of the Luka business.
Right.
If that doesn't motivate you, you just don't have guilt.
Well, the other thing is, I mean, since he's gotten here, he's fat, he's out of shape, he's lazy, he's not well conditioned, he's not. I mean, all this stuff. I mean, if people were saying that stuff about me and I was a professional athlete, the first thing I would do is like, I got to get past all this. I got to get into top shape.
And I think that in Luka's case, he realizes now that this is his narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, people are constantly going to ask him, "What are you eating? What are you drinking? This is now a part of Luka Inc."
Yep.
And I just think he's surrounded by too many smart people to let him fail. He's got his own training staff. He's got his own. The woman who runs his company is just super smart.
She seems super on it.
And she
probably did the parking lot thing.
Yeah, she ran Dirk's life before, and that's how Luka met her. And this woman is like, she travels with us sometimes. Is like you say, she's just on it.
Yeah,
I mean, like, and so I think that he's got the right people around him to, like, my best friends,
right?
Okay, the people I trust the most are all people that tell me the truth. And Laura Beth, who is the woman that runs Luka's company,
right.
I just, she strikes me as someone who tells him the truth.
Yeah, sure.
And I think Bill Duffy, his agent, who strangely Michael went to college with.
Oh, that's weird.
And Bill was Steve Nash's agent. He's been in the agent business forever. Bill's kind of a guy that tells the truth.
So what I'm looking for in a friend is somebody who tells me what I want to hear.
Well,
those are real friends.
Wait a minute.
Come on now.
There are many, many people that look for that in friends.
Oh, yeah.
That just want
a lot of professional athletes.
Positive reinforcement.
Yeah, I need a lot of positive reinforcement.
And that you're either with me or you're against me.
Absolutely. You better be with me.
I was doing a podcast last year about Kobe.
Yep.
And with one of the Lakers' former strength coaches now has his own podcast, has a thing called the Basketball Strong podcast.
Okay.
Tim DiFrancesco. He's a great guy. So Tim was with us for 5 years, and it was the last 5 years of Kobe's career. And we were talking about Kobe, and I said, once Kobe knew that you weren't pulling on the same side of the rope as him, he was done with you.
Right.
And Tim and I laughed because if, like, Kobe would say, I'm going to try and do X, something that seemed pretty impossible.
Sure.
And if your response was, you'll never be able to do that, he'd be, okay. And then he was done with you.
Right.
Like, he no longer, because he wanted people around him that would enable whatever he was trying to do.
Sure.
And there are people, like, I'm convinced that Tiger Woods, like all of his best friends.
Enablers?
Not only enablers, but the worst kind. These people stood up for him at his wedding.
Right.
In front of his wife, and then helped him get Rachel Yucatel into hotels so he could cheat on his wife. I've been in, 10 weddings.
Yep.
If any of those guys came to me and said, hey, man, and these are guys I've been friends with forever.
I got a girl at the Pancake House.
Yeah, I need you to help me
trying to
come
get
up
with the girl
a cover
from the
story.
IHOP.
I would say,
Denny's.
Look,
Denny's.
You're one of my best friends, but you are screwing up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell your wife, but she's going to find out.
Yep.
And I'm not helping you do this. And that's how I'm being a good friend to you.
Does everybody in your life tell you the truth all the time?
No, not at all. But
Okay.
my best friends, the people I trust the most, tell me the truth.
So, one always tells me the truth.
You should hang on to him.
Always tells me the truth. You're being ridiculous. You're being stupid. You're obsessing over something ridiculous. I mean, all that. He tells me the truth. All the rest of my friends, I just want, pump me up a little. Come on, pump me up a little bit. Laura, why are you shaking your head? Don't you want friends who pump you up a little bit?
Yes, but they need to be real with you. That's what friends are for. If I have a circle of people,
I guarantee you there are some of your friends who are not real with you.
the ones that, I'm sure because I have a big circle of friends, but the core people, like the 5 really core people that I have, as much as it's going to hurt me, they're going to tell me the truth. And they have, and it does hurt. but that's how you know the real people in your life.
Brian, what about you?
I feel like me and my friends, instead of pumping each other up, we like to tear each other down.
Me too.
Oh,
as a
nice.
sort.
Me too.
Well, goofing on somebody
Right,
is
right.
definitely a form
If you're
of...
not giving me crap,
Yeah.
I don't think you're ever going to be one of my
Right.
best friends.
By the way,
So
that's
there's a lot
always,
of that.
that's always been the case around here, too. If you're at this radio station and you don't roll with the jokes, you're probably not going to fit in, right?
Well,
You got to roll with the
I've
jokes.
I've said this before. There are a handful of people, and Mace knows who they are because we always send each other the names after this comes up.
Yep.
That indicated they did not enjoy being made fun of. They did not enjoy when you gave them a hard time about anything, and I'm not close with any of them.
Right.
My relationship with those people is completely superficial. In other words, hey man, how you doing? Good to see you. Blah,
One
blah,
of
blah.
those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all you're getting from me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And once I find out that you get offended easily, I'm
done with
you're
you.
You're now one of my hi, how are you? Good to see you.
What are you doing? Rick Dees.
Yeah.
Hey, Stephen John.
Mason
Stephen
Ireland.
John. Mason Ireland.
Hey, underwear models.
All right, coming up next for you. Hey, have we seen a changing of the guard in the NBA? One former star says yes. And what else here? Oh, I'm doing something with Bergman. Bergman's going to come in here, talk about the Dodgers All-Century team. So last 25 years, the Dodgers All-Century team. We'll do that at 1:15 today. Hey, you want to be part of the first ever Cappy Blackjack Tournament? It's happening Friday, June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. Going to be a party. RSVP now at ESPNLA.com. Click the picture of Cappy and be there for our first ever Cappy Blackjack Tournament. Go to ESPNLA.com right now. All right, so it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I love being partnered with BetterHelp. So a lot of people, you got problems in your life, whether it's anxiety or depression or everything's coming at you too fast or whatever it is you're feeling. The most important thing you can do is talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Tell them what's going on. And try BetterHelp. 35,000 therapists are available right now. World's largest online therapy platform. They have served 5 million people. Now, it's convenient, too. You click on a button, and they'll fit you into your lifestyle, and you'll switch therapists at any time you want. I'm telling you, this is what you need. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you. Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser are hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Resort provides opportunities for all travelers and locals. Enjoy restful accommodation, dine in the Red Restaurant with an expansive outside patio, or pamper yourself and relax at the spa. Hit the links at one of their 2 championship courses, the Babe and the Ike. Pacific Palms Resort is the perfect choice for a Los Angeles venue for your business meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Harry Douglas here. When you're on a business trip, you know what goes completely off the rails? Your workout routine, folks. Especially when you book a hotel that doesn't have a gym. Then you have to squeeze in between the desk and your bed, eke out 2 push-ups, and call it a day. If you just stay at La Quinta by Wyndham, you'll discover there's a fully equipped fitness center at every location. Now you can wake up and do some weightlifting to prepare you to carry your team on your back all day long. Tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow you shine. Book direct at lq.com.
You're checking out the
Tom Cruise's
Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people?
Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins, fresh steamed vegetables, and signature sauces. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer that question.
You're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
So I had a chance to go back and look. I had heard so much about the opening song from the American Music Awards.
Yeah.
I went back and watched it on demand
Was
last
this it?
night. Oh no!
Okay.
It was J-Lo.
Okay.
And it was her
When she made out with the dancers.
her doing a vocal and doing a 6-minute dance routine, which was crazy. The thing that screwed it up was the kissing of random people. I don't know why you kiss random people in the middle of a dance performance.
She is attention hungry, that woman.
Well, 55 years old, what she can do at 55 is crazy. That's like, I came out of Mission Impossible. What Tom Cruise can do at 62 is crazy.
Yeah, but J-Lo strikes me as the type of person that that she needs attention like she needs oxygen.
Yeah.
You know, I think she's been married 4 times.
Yes.
And,
but I'll tell you, aside from the kissing, if you looked at that performance, you would say, whoa.
She's a great dancer. That's what she would.
She always has been.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's always been great.
All right, so last night, the Oklahoma City Thunder just rolled. They just absolutely rolled. John, was that Oklahoma City being really good, Minnesota not being good enough, Minnesota quitting? What was it?
All right, I'm going to say something here that we've talked about occasionally, but probably not enough.
Mm-hmm.
One of the hardest things to do as a sports observer, which you and I have been forever, is to recognize greatness, all-time greatness, while it's happening live. Like one of the examples I often use is you and I went to the USC-Texas National Championship game. I think it was
At the
around
Rose Bowl,
2006. I may be off
Somewhere
on the
in
year.
there, yeah.
And at some point we looked at each other and went, I don't know how this is going to end, but this is the best game I've ever seen.
Classic.
And it's kind of held up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a better game than
No,
that.
I mean, when I think of the greatest sporting events I've ever been to, that is always on the list, even though we didn't win.
I have only seen 2 other defenses as good as the Oklahoma City defense is ever. One was in 2004 when the Lakers lost to the Detroit Pistons and they had Tayshaun Prince and Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace and Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton. And those guys played Larry Brown was the coach, and those guys played defense on a string. And they would funnel everybody to Ben Wallace, and he would swat everything out of there. Chet Holmgren is and he's 23, is an elite rim protector. He's like Shrek guarding the castle down there.
Right.
Lou Dort might be the best on-ball defender in the NBA. Shea has led the league in steals before. He'll probably do it again. But, Mace, if you would have told me after I saw Julius Randle shred the Lakers and shred the Warriors.
I was picking Minnesota to go right to the finals.
Because of him.
Yeah,
because
because of him.
Randle and Edwards were so good. They took Edwards. They just said, we're not letting Edwards beat us. They double and triple teamed him the whole series.
Yep.
Which meant Randle had to pick up the slack. Jalen Williams shut Julius Randle down in every game. Like he wasn't even there. This Thunder defense is ridiculous. I don't think Sedano's working today, is he, Laura? Because he's been watching.
No, he's not.
He's been watching these games in person.
Yeah, right.
So hopefully he'll come in tomorrow. I think this might be the best defense I've ever seen. I don't think any team would have beat Oklahoma City in this series. I know Denver took them to 7. I think that was a lot of Jokic.
Yep.
But this defensive unit with Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein protecting the rim and Jalen Williams, Lou Dort, and Shea on the outside. And then, by the way, Caruso might be the best defender on the team. It's either him or Dort.
Right.
And so Caruso comes in off the bench, and your defense gets better. They're that good. And, Mace, here's the thing. They're the youngest team in the NBA.
I was just going to say, you can't teach young.
And they
Young
have
is young.
7 first-round picks in the next 3 years. And they got a kid they took last year that's finally healthy, some European kid, that they say when he gets healthy, he's immediately going into the starting lineup. So what I would do, if I was another team, like if I was the Lakers or the Clippers, I would immediately be looking at that and saying, okay, who can they pay and who can't they pay?
Yes, exactly.
And I think the 3 they can pay.
Do they have to do it this year? Or is this
in the
in the
next 2 to 3 years? They have to pay Shea, they have to pay Jalen Williams, and they have to pay Chet.
Yeah.
That means
Lou
Dort may be available.
Isaiah Hartenstein
may be available. Kason Wallace may be available. I think they can keep him for a year or 2. They're going to go. They're not a tax-paying team this year, but they'll go over the tax so they can keep a couple of these guys next year. But after that, it's so punitive that they're not going to be able to pay everybody.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. The second apron thing is going to put teams in a position where it's essentially a hard cap, and we're going to see the stars kind of scatter amongst teams because you can't. The 3 stars thing, because of the second apron, doesn't really work anymore.
Right. Or if you're going to pay 3, you can't pay anybody else.
Yes.
And they're going to have to pay 3.
Yeah.
Like they already kind of started doing it last year. They traded Josh Giddey, who they really liked, to Chicago for Caruso, who was 5 years older, knowing that they wouldn't be able to pay Giddey.
Right.
And I think the next guy that fits that description is Dort. I think they love him. He's great. I don't think they can pay him. So somebody could make the right offer and you can go get Lou Dort.
Right.
Make the right offer, you can go get Isaiah Hartenstein.
Sure.
Make the right offer, you can go get Alex Caruso. But until they break that team up, they're going to be the favorite every year.
The crazy thing is he's got like 176 draft picks.
Right.
I mean, he's stocked up. And he's a terrific scout. He's a great evaluator of talent.
So you're talking about Sam Presti, the
Sam
GM
Presti.
in OKC. He traded James Harden for a boatload of picks. He traded Russell Westbrook for a boatload of picks. Then the coup de grace, for lack of a better term, is that did I say that right?
Coup de grace
is trading Paul George for 5 number 1 picks. Paul George, who played 10 games this year, 5 number 1 picks. And 2 pick swaps, by the way. I mean, that was when Sam Presti did his best work.
Yeah.
And now they're just laughing all the way to the bank. And Shea's going to be great for the next 10 years, and they've got him, and they're going to have him locked up. They're look out.
By the way, coup de grace.
Yeah.
What do you think it means?
I always was under the impression of like that means the elite, the top, the best.
Final blow, death blow.
Oh, okay.
That's what they do, like when animals. Well, I don't want to get into.
Yeah, but so coup de grace is like when you want to finish somebody.
Yeah, I won't talk about slaughterhouses.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it meant. Well, it's kind of the same thing. It's like the nobody's beating Oklahoma City.
No.
If they stay healthy, they're going to be the favorite to win for the next 3 years.
So I was going to play you this. Paul Pierce was talking about sort of this transition to, really young super team like Oklahoma City. Listen to what he said about the young guys and the old guys.
This is official now, Laura, what we talked about. Remember I said the end of an era? Yeah. This is the signal of the end of the era now when you see the young teams, because this is what happened this year. You had Jimmy Butler go to Golden State and crack the window open to where you was like, oh, it might be a slight chance the window's still open. You had Luka go to the Lakers and say, hold on. They cracked the window back open for this era.
Good point.
But what these young dudes was like, nope. Thanks. Appreciate y'all. Bron, Steph, KD, appreciate y'all. It's our moment now.
Yeah, hitting the horn on
them. And they closed the window on the old era. That's what they did, and this is what.
That's what they did. They closed the window on the old era. They're saying goodbye, Steph, goodbye, LeBron, goodbye, KD.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
And what it reminds me of is when the Warriors won their first title and Steph, Clay, and Draymond were all young. If Oklahoma City wins the title, and I think they're going to.
Yeah.
I think it's OKC in 5 no matter who comes out of the East. I think it'll be Indiana, but
I think Indiana will win.
I think that OKC, I mean, they don't have a weakness.
Right.
They can play. They can play big. They can play small. They can play fast. They can play slow. Their coach, Mark Dagnall, doesn't care if he gets any credit.
Yep. So here's the question: Is the window closing on guys that have been name brands in the league for a long time? Because there are none of them still standing.
Correct, but they were all NBA. LeBron was all NBA. Steph was all NBA.
But are we entering a new era, I guess is the question.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think, and by the way, I think you brought up the reason why. It's the second apron.
Yeah.
You can't go over it. It's basically a hard cap.
Yep.
And now, look at Phoenix. They're over the second apron. They didn't even make the playoffs this year. They're going to have to break that team up.
Yeah.
They won't have Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant on the same team next year. I think Durant's out of there. I think they got to trade him.
I think so, too. Yeah, I think so, too. All right. Going to spin the wheel of questions coming up next for you. Laura's got something on the wheel, a bunch of stuff on the wheel. Also, good news about 2 of the Dodgers' injured pitchers. We will get to that coming up. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right. Time to talk about ZipRecruiter. If you're hiring, do you know that it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job? 11 weeks. Nobody's got that kind of time. So if you're listening today, use ZipRecruiter. Right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. They don't leave anything to chance. They have an algorithm that matches your job with the skills of the marketplace, with people who are out there that have done the job before and who are good at it, who have references. And you can get all this stuff with one click. All you got to do is post your job on ZipRecruiter and use that website to do it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. It'll help you find qualified candidates quickly. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So what are you waiting for? Go to that website and use ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
That's a dumbass question.
How do you know, Stephen A? I haven't asked.
Huh?
Okay? Calm down. All right, guys. So I'm actually happy that the wheel landed here because...
lucky for us.
Lucky for you guys. It has to deal with my life, so here we go.
Okay.
So yesterday I was cleaning my phone. I got a new phone, and I came
Cleaning
across...
it, what do you mean?
Like your pictures and stuff,
yeah,
right?
okay.
Like just deleting old stuff.
Wiping it, yeah.
And I came across a video of my goddaughter when she was about 3 years old. And
How old is she now?
She's 9.
Okay.
So, you know, just this tiny little baby that I miss. I used to take care of her when she was little. And it got me thinking, if you could have one of these two options, what would you have and why? Would you rather be able to rewind, have a rewind button where you can rewind to that moment, or a pause button so you can pause in that moment? So if you could only have one button for your life, a rewind button or a pause button.
This is for your
life. So you can either rewind to a
Can
moment.
I fast forward? Is that
Nope.
an option?
No,
Why
rewind.
would you fast forward?
See what's going to happen next.
Oh, God.
No,
Yeah,
stick with the
then
premise.
it's over. You're moving closer to the end.
Right.
So you'd either rewind to a specific moment or you pause a specific moment.
Okay. Do we have to say the specific
No,
moment?
you don't have to.
Okay.
That's personal.
So I would rewind a little bit. I wouldn't rewind a lot. I'd rewind a little bit. I think the last 20 years have been the most fun of my life, so I wouldn't mind rewinding and living those 20 years again.
I would use rewind just because you know what you're going back to.
Yeah,
if you
true.
hit pause, you may be pausing. You don't know what you're pausing.
Yeah, right.
You know, so I mean, I'd take the sure thing. Brian, how about you?
Yeah, I think I would rewind to my glory days in Little League. 13 years old.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a Little League.
Those are some good weekends. You know what I mean? So
Let me tell you something. All-Star Friday night when we do it, Brian is going to be one of my top draft picks.
Oh,
I
let's
didn't
go.
say
Come on now.
the top, but Brian can really play. You've not seen him play, but he
how do
is
I get
good.
into that number one spot? Come on. I haven't gotten out 2 years.
You have not made an out?
No, come on now.
Okay, he might be my number one pick. What do you think,
Number
Brian
one?
Cohen, number one pick? Show unity? You're not picking my team this year.
I'm not. I'm not going to be here that night. I would not take Brian with the number one pick.
Really?
Wow.
Who would you take?
I would take Kirk Morrison.
Oh, that's a great pick, though. No
Is
offense,
great.
Brian.
You got to go to somebody, Yeah.
NFL, former NFL player.
Mario's great.
Mario's great. Jorge's pretty
Briones,
good. Yeah.
Briones is
Briones is great.
He's great.
Briones is
Briones
good.
homered the last 2 years.
Kirk wasn't great last year, right?
Yeah, Kirk was
not
not great last year. He did not have a good year. DeMarco's really good.
DeMarco's good.
Yeah, he can hit the ball. real
DeMarco
hard.
would be my second choice.
Yeah. All right. So,
Brav.
by the way, that draft, Large. You know when we're doing that draft?
I don't, but I can find out.
Okay, cool. All right, so I got a little information for you, John. First of all, Shohei Ohtani, as you mentioned, threw a bullpen at Citi Field in New York over the weekend. He faced hitters for the first time since 2023. And Dave Roberts said something interesting. He said Shohei will be back after the break. Now, at one point, Dave said towards the end of the season. Now he says after the break. When do you think Shohei is actually going to be back on the mound in a real baseball game for the Dodgers?
August 1st.
You think August 1st?
Yep.
I think it's going to be July 15th. I think we're going to get it sooner because he said after the break. It suggests that it's right in that range, right after the All-Star break. Roki Sasaki has started a throwing program. A lot of people felt he would be down for a while, but he's gone back and started a throwing program. His big problem was a loss of velocity. He was throwing a fastball in the low 90s when he was throwing it 100 miles an hour back in Japan earlier this year. And Michael Kopech just about ready to return. He had a .13 ERA and 24 appearances for the Dodgers last year. He hit 99 in AAA and then also touched 101.7. Michael Kopech.
I was encouraged that Shohei was throwing between 94 and 97
yeah, that's
in
a really
his
good
first
start.
session.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so I wanted to play something here. You found Shams Charania was on the Pat McAfee show yesterday, and this kind of sets the stage for what we can expect this summer. Listen to this.
This is the most, I think, anticipation team executives have had over an offseason. I think this is going to be the craziest offseason of I don't want to say all the time. We just came off a trade deadline. I think it was the craziest of all time. I think this offseason might be the most craziest ever because I think there's so many.
The most craziest ever. MCE. Most craziest ever, dude.
Most craziest ever. Probably grammar police is like it's craziest ever.
No, you got your point across. It's the most craziest ever.
Because I think what you have right now is you have the parity in the league.
Sucks.
It's so thin right now. Like as far as the thin line of where you can win a championship or you might be falling into the lottery.
MCE, most craziest summer ever. What do you think? Is this going to be the most craziest summer?
Well, I said yesterday, and apparently some people were surprised by it, but I mean it. I think there's going to be 7 or 8 new Lakers next year.
Yeah.
I think they're going to blow up most of the roster.
Yeah.
And they normally don't do that, but I think they're going to do it this year. And I think a lot of other teams are too. I think Phoenix is going to do it.
Yeah.
I think Dallas might do it.
Milwaukee's potentially trading Giannis.
Right. Does Minnesota stand pat after getting wiped out pretty early? Does Golden State stand pat when their 2 best players are average age is 37?
Right.
So there's a lot of things that can happen.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Biggest name to move should be Giannis.
Yeah.
KD, what's the market for KD? He's busted up all the time.
An already established team that needs a late game scorer. I'm thinking Houston would be really good for Kevin Durant. Maybe New Orleans, maybe, and this is a big maybe Philly because Daryl's a gambler.
Right.
But
one place
somebody like that.
One place it won't be, and this is not a surprise necessarily, the team we just saw win last night, it will not be a reunion between KD and Oklahoma City.
They don't need him.
Both parties have said no. KD apparently indicated that's not on his shopping list, and OKC said, yeah, we're not interested. So it's not going to be there. Do you know they're getting rid of the penny?
They've been talking about it for years.
It's
they
official.
Finally did it.
It's official. It's done. The penny, they're stopping the production of pennies. Do you know how much it costs to make a penny?
No.
4 cents. So they were spending 4 cents to make 1 cent. When did that make sense? Like, at what point were you like, oh, yeah, no, 4 cents for a penny? That sounds about right. That's the most idiotic deal I've ever heard in my life. So that means, though, getting rid of the penny, John, it means things can't cost $9.99 anymore. You can't use those pennies.
Oh, yeah, that'll be weird.
So if you can't do $9.95, what do? You do if you can't do $9.99, you probably do $9.95.
They're going to go up even.
Yeah, they'll just even at 10.
Now, is my suggestion crazy that I think we should get rid of change? What is the point of change? It just bothers me.
It bothers you?
I don't like walking around with a pocket full of change.
I've never really thought about it, but I think you're right. Why would you need change?
Yeah, well, I mean, just make things an even dollar.
Are we being elitist because there's some things that don't cost $1 that you wouldn't want to charge $1 for?
Can I just be honest? What doesn't cost $1 now?
A bag at the grocery store costs 10 cents.
Oh, yeah, you can't raise the price of a bag.
They could just charge $1.
Yeah, they could charge.
I mean, what they're
$1.
trying to get you to do is bring your own bags in.
Right. That would make me do it. Do you bring your own bags in?
Never.
I'm not a bag brigger. Are you?
I always forget.
Yeah, I always
Sometimes they're in the car and I still
Sometimes they're in
forget.
the car and I
Yeah.
Laura, do you get the recyclable bags or whatever the hell that is?
I have a bunch, but I ended up forgetting them, and I was
Yeah,
paid.
we all forget them. Anyway, it's a nice thing to think about, but
Are you
no
gonna,
more pennies.
Are you going to play the Donald Duck thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So when we're going to do sports graffiti now, 877-710-ESPN. You can win just our admiration, a celebration of you, if you can figure out who.
Okay, so this is a clip.
I'm only using the duck part.
Okay, of a very, very famous person doing a Donald Duck impersonation, and we're just going to play it. And based on that, can you identify this, again, very, very famous person?
Okay, here it is. Is that all we got? Is that all we got?
It was very short.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. But there's
a whole introduction, but if we
Right.
use the whole introduction, it's going to give it away.
Maybe. But no. Okay.
Is it a chew? Is that what he's saying? Like
Is
a
he
sneeze?
sneezing or is he saying F you?
No, I think he's saying a chew.
Like he's sneezing?
I'd prefer him to be saying F you. I can hear it. It's right there. All right, so if you know who that is, during Sports Graffiti, just shout it out. You will win our eternal admiration. 877-710-ESPN for some sports graffiti. We've already covered a lot of ground. Lakers, NBA, Oklahoma City last night, Dodgers, when the pitchers are coming back, all that stuff. And we will talk about all of it with you guys next. 877-710-ESPN. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m.
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you. Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Chevrolet. 5 winners, $500 scholarships, VIP treatment at our All-Star Friday event. Nominate your All-Star student today at espnla.com. Thanks to Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region in California for 13 years in a row. Come see what the fun is all about.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
ESPN LA is black and gold. Follow LAFC on the quest for trophies all season long. Every match, every pass, every goal.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the player's reward desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
Nominate your standout student today at espnla.com. Brought to you by Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region, 13 years in a row in California once again.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason in Ireland.
All right, no lines open. None. It's you. Okay, and if you know who's saying F you is down loud. Does that not sound like F you?
Hitting leadoff today on Sports Graffiti is the great Chris Ward from the Green Cross
Brother
in Taurus. What is up, Chris? How are you?
What is up, my guys? The best radio show in the world, man. Seen you on your vacation, mate.
Yep.
Showing off that tattoo, looking real good.
Thanks, man.
And you got Ireland over here holding it down, man. I appreciate you guys. I got something really huge popping this next month on the 13th from 3 o'clock until around 9 o'clock.
You're talking about, Chris, you're talking about the 13th of June, so like in a couple of weeks?
Yes, sir, 13th of June. Next month on the 13th, we're doing the first ever in the South Bay Cannabis Pride event.
Oh, interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Mason, in honor of Cannabis
alley,
Pride, I think you should get really stoned and show up.
Well, I will tell
Not only that, I would like to present Brother Mason with the first ever Canna Pride Award.
Is that
Canna
right?
Pride Award.
Now, I have
Yes,
got,
sir.
Chris, it is my mom's birthday, and I will be in Palm Desert. So I cannot be, but I love the fact that you're doing this. The Canna Pride event at the Green
Canna
Cross
Pride event. I have 6 LBGT community businesses that are small businesses that will also be there. And we're going to be supporting them as well.
All right,
Way
June
to go,
the 13th.
Chris. All right, thanks for letting
man.
us know. Have a great day. Here's Johnny. Hey, Johnny, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So going back to the metabolism thing, I'm part Samoan, so like Polynesians, we really struggle with that. But if you dial it in, you can see what the Polynesians are doing in sports right now. And speaking of which, as a USC fan, I didn't go. And when I'm watching the game, they're like, "Did you go to USC?" And I'm like, "No." But my auntie says, "Hey, that's your fourth cousin on the defensive line over there."
Well, USC, I'll tell you what, they have thousands of fans who didn't go there. You're one of them.
I'm one of them, yeah.
Yeah. Here's Josh. Hey, Josh, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Before I get to my question, really another question. When was the last time you guys bought an LA Times through the little things that they have on the sidewalks?
Oh, got
that's a good
years.
question.
But I still pay for the LA Times every week for the digital subscription.
Do you?
Yeah. I used to, by the way, Josh, I used to get the Sunday LA Times, the paper, and I was never reading it. I literally was taking it off my driveway and throwing it in the
So
trash.
many ads and stuff in it.
Right. And so I called and I said, "Hey, I want to cancel my Sunday subscription." And they said, "What would get you to keep it? How much?" And I go, "No amount. I'm not reading it. It's not a money issue. I'm just not reading it." They said, "Would you do it for a penny a month?"
A penny a month?
Because they want to keep their subscription numbers up.
Yeah.
I go, "Well, yeah, for a penny a month."
A penny a month.
She goes, "Done."
Yeah.
Penny a month. I did it for 6 months and then called back
And then you called back
canceled.
and said,
still didn't make
even
me read the
free,
paper.
I don't want it.
So, Josh, it's a good point. Nobody does that
No,
anymore.
I haven't done it in years. Josh, what was your next thing?
Well, I used to live for those Sunday advertisements. They were awesome. But really quick, if you guys put on your GM hats, looking at OKC, looking at LeBron, I say LeBron has 1 year, maybe 2 years left. Who would you bring to this Laker roster that you think that could beat or contend with OKC? Because right now, the way the Laker roster is now, whether they try to improve it, I don't see anyone that's going to be going through OKC at least for the next 1 to 2 years while LeBron's still here.
So, Josh, you're suggesting that, like, what could you get if you traded LeBron to the Thunder?
No, more or less, just with the free agencies that are out there.
What the
who
Lakers
could you bring in that
would
can actually
do
contend with OKC?
to compete with the Thunder.
Well, the first thing the Lakers need to do, and they know it, is get a center.
Yep.
I just don't know who it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be Nick Claxton. I don't know if it's going to be Brook Lopez. I don't know if it's going to be Steven Adams. I don't know if it's going to be Jared Allen.
Brook Lopez. Did you say Brook Lopez? Yeah.
A couple of those guys would be via trade. A couple of those guys are free agents. But a lot of teams need centers, not just the Lakers. I'm telling you, OKC is ridiculously well positioned. I don't think anyone other than the Thunder will be favored to win the title for the next 3 years. I think they're that good. That doesn't mean they'll win it.
Nope.
Doesn't even mean they'll win it this year.
Yeah.
But they're the favorites. They've earned it. Here's Alex. Hey, Alex, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Yo, hey, guys. First-time caller. I'm a big-time Minnesota Wolves fan, too. It looks like we might make some moves in the offseason. I'm wondering if you guys think if Rudy Gobert or Naz Reid are going to be a good fit on the Lakers and if that's in play.
Would you give up a lot for either one of those guys? So Naz Reid's a free agent, so you could just sign him. But what is Gobert? I mean, he would be good catching lobs from Luka, but you'd have to give up a lot to get him. That's the problem, Alex, is we don't necessarily have the package that could get a guy like that. I think it's got to be somebody that doesn't make as much money as Gobert and who isn't as good. So I don't think Naz Reid you could just go sign.
Plus, Rudy Gobert's making $44 million a year. It'd be very difficult for the Lakers to stack up enough contracts or be stuck with 3 gigantic deals.
Well,
and
you'd have to
take
like 3 of your rotation guys. Like if you traded Austin, Rui, and Jared Vanderbilt or Austin Rui and Dorian Finney-Smith, you could get to that $44 million number. But then you don't have any of those 3 guys.
Right.
I'm not sure it's worth it.
And it's hard to replace those 3 guys because you'll be up against the second apron.
Right. Here's Dave. Hey, Dave, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Good afternoon,
Good
fellas.
afternoon.
It's your buddy Dave, Pie in the Face from Lancaster.
Hey, Dave, Pie in the Face.
Yeah, that's Tom Cruise.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah, exactly right. Tom Cruise. Here's the whole clip.
Yeah.
What show is this on, John?
It was on a British talk show.
Okay.
Like
Gordon.
Whoever the British Jimmy Fallon is.
Yeah, okay. Here's the whole clip.
I do Donald Duck.
You do Donald Duck?
Yeah.
Do you?
Do it.
Okay, now it's your turn.
You see, I don't think that would have given it away.
It really didn't necessarily give it away.
Here's Nick. Hey, Nick, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys. I am absolutely sick and tired of watching Mookie Betts try to play shortstop. The experiment has to be over.
Oh, we lost him.
We lost Nick.
For some reason.
By the way, statistically,
he's slightly above that. I saw Dave
Nick, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Sorry,
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and he's not only costing us games with his minor league level shortstop play, he's costing us games because he's a Gold Glover in right field. And we need to have Miggy playing shortstop. He's an excellent shortstop. We need to figure out how we can put Mookie back in right field because he saves us games in right field, and he's costing us games at shortstop. I am so fed up watching this. Here's the game yesterday. If you watched that 8th inning, it was insane what he did. And it's,
you guys are both misrepresenting how bad Mookie Betts is at shortstop.
Hang on. It's 100% true that Mookie Betts was not in the right position when Tanner Scott threw a slider away and Mookie was shaded toward second base instead of shaded towards third base. I don't know if that's a Mookie screw-up, but he's got the pitch comm. It's in his head exactly what's wrong. Why did he not position himself in the right spot?
Well,
that's what allowed the seeing eye single to go through.
Right, but there is somebody on the Dodger bench who literally has the title of bench coach, and he's in charge of where you put those defenders. So that's as much on the coaching staff as it is on Mookie. And I think if you look up Mookie's defensive numbers so far this year, he's in the running to be a Gold Glove finalist. I saw somebody tweet that the other day. I sent it to you. Mookie Betts is fine defensively at short. Now, is he a better defensive outfielder? Probably.
And is shortstop and focusing on shortstop taking up more of his time and hurting him offensively?
That's a fair question. Here's Veronica. Hey, Veronica, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go for it.
Hey, first-time caller as well, like Alex, and I'm actually a Warriors fan. But I love you guys despite that. I was going to call in about the Tom Cruise thing. I think that might have been on the Graham Norton show.
That's right.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
which
right.
is a very
Thanks,
funny
Veronica.
show. Yeah.
That's exactly where it was.
Yeah. I also, I love Graham Norton. I also wanted to ask, you're talking about like places that Durant might go to. I was wondering if you haven't already discussed where you think Giannis might go to. I think the Rockets have a lot of pieces to throw in a trade package. I'm wondering like what your take is.
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
good.
Veronica, I think the odds-on favorite to land Giannis is San Antonio. I think if you look at what they could offer in a deal and the picks that they have, Milwaukee has no picks. They traded them all away to go get Damian Lillard. So they got to get some draft capital back. And there are a bunch of guys in San Antonio who can really play. Guys like Keldon Johnson and Jeremy Sohan. And
wouldn't they have to give up Stephon Castle on that?
Maybe. But if they gave up Sohan, Johnson, and 3 number ones, I think Milwaukee has to take a hard look at that. That would be 2 starters and 3 first-round picks for Giannis, and it would get them back to kind of work. What I would do, apparently they don't want to do it, but what I would do if I had, like, control of this whole situation, if I was Nico Harrison, I would call Milwaukee and say, hey, we'll give you Cooper Flagg and 3 number ones for Giannis. Who says no to that? That helps both teams right away.
Yeah, it does
It
make
gets
sense.
Milwaukee gives them a generational
3 number
superstar
ones.
that they could rebuild around, and all of a sudden Dallas has Giannis and put Giannis on the same team
As
as
AD.
Kyrie and AD.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a win-win. But Dallas says they don't. I think Dallas is gun-shy because they already traded
Screwed
a
up one deal,
generational
yeah.
player in Luka. And in case Cooper Flagg is the next Luka, they don't want to trade him.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're doing. Here's Austin. Hey, Austin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys. First-time caller as well. Thanks for having me. I was going to say something about that Tom Cruise thing as well, but got beat to it. So, just want to kind of leave you guys with 2 things here. If you guys haven't, I like how sports and movies kind of combo together over sometimes. And if you guys haven't looked into that Jordan Peele football horror movie, kind of psychological coming up, that one looks really good.
Oh, that's good.
And then lastly, if you guys had to compare whether it be NBA, NFL, MLB franchise to the Mission Impossible franchise, since it's been going on since late 90s at that point, and now we're 25 years later, almost 27 years later, what would you guys maybe have that same comparison to?
In sports?
Yeah, in sports. It's like a franchise. It's a movie franchise. So what maybe franchise would be comparison to that? That's been kind of relevant for 20, 25 years. It's maybe had some good movie or some good years, some bad years.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, he's asking for an athlete comparison. You know, LeBron is a pretty good comparison for Mission Impossible. Started in the late 90s.
Right.
Still going strong.
Durant,
gigantic
right there with him.
business, Durant. Yeah, I mean,
Steph.
those athletes, I think, compare favorably to the idea of Mission Impossible going on for so long. By the way, the new one, Austin, did you see the new one?
I have. It's good. It's so connected to all of the ones. I'm a movie buff myself, so even though I was born in '97, right when that first one came out, so I've kind of watched all of them growing up, and it has a lot of connective tissue, I would say.
Nice. All right, Austin, thank you very much for coming on. Hey, by the way, Mission Impossible, the big stunt sequence, I don't think I'm giving it away because it's in all the trailers, but there's like a biplane, and he walks on the wing, hangs from the struts, does all that stuff. And it's funny. I was talking to a guy who's in that movie. His name is Tarzan Davis, as part of Ethan Hunt's team. And we were talking about practical stunts versus CGI. And he claims, and he says, and a lot of people believe, that real stunts give a feeling of reality, and CGI, you can always tell it's CGI. Do you believe that? If Tom Cruise had done
I do not believe
the
that.
plane sequence in a studio, walking across a wing with a blue screen, do you think it would be the same as Tom Cruise actually hanging from a plane?
I do think it would be the same because I can't tell when they're using CGI and when they're not. I can't Mace. I'll take it a step further. I can't tell when something's AI.
Well,
and
nobody.
it's not.
Yeah, nobody can necessarily tell
I
that.
think that the days of looking at something and saying, is it real or is it fake, were over 3 years ago. I can't tell. Can you?
AI, no. AI, there's no way. Now, do you think that is Tom Cruise on the wing of a plane?
I do not.
You know, that's what Tom Cruise says. F you. I do believe. Brian, you didn't see the movie, did you?
Didn't see the movie. Don't believe the old he does also.
I totally. I was a denier until I saw this movie and saw all the behind-the-scenes stuff of him hanging off a plane.
I don't think they could get the insurance for Tom Cruise.
Well, he's
to
the
do his own
executive
stunts.
producer, so he doesn't need to worry about insurance.
Couldn't all the behind-the-scenes stuff be CGI too?
Yep.
Yes. And we wouldn't be able to tell.
Oh, God. I can't believe it. You know who believes that Tom Cruise does his own stunts? Greg Bergman. And we're going to talk next about the Dodgers 21st century team.
Okay, so is this by position?
By position.
Like, for example, Mike Piazza's the catcher, right?
I'll tell you next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. By the way, whenever we do sports graffiti, let's talk about it. Sponsored by BetterHelp. If you are in need of any kind of help, any conversation, you want to talk to a therapist, there are 35,000 of them available to you right now. Go to BetterHelp.com. That's BetterHelp.com. Mental health is health. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, I hold in my hand a can of Pro Baller Energy. This is the official energy drink of the Lakers. You can tell because it comes in a Lakers can. Pro Baller is a healthier alternative to those synthetic high crash energy drinks. It's packed with ultra premium ingredients, but here's why you want to use it. If you're like me, you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you go play golf, you come in here, you're hitting a wall at some point. This stuff will give you a shot in the arm without the crash. It delivers 102 milligrams of natural caffeine. It boosts focus. It supports your immune system. It improves performance and stamina naturally. So what are you waiting for? Go get Pro Baller Energy Drink. It's great. It's also NSF certified for sport, which means pro athletes trust what's inside. And I'm assuming most of you are not watching on YouTube, but this can is spectacular. It's a purple and gold Lakers can with the Laker logo. Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. It's available at Costco, select convenience stores, and online at Amazon. So you can get it anywhere you buy products. Chances are they carry Pro Baller Energy drink. Check it out today. Pro Baller Energy.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
Do people still have voicemail memos anymore? Like you've reached DeMarco Farr's phone.
I do.
No one does fun ones anymore. No one does the the faking out ones or whatever.
Oh, you used to give it some thought.
Hours on my
Remember when you have to record a song in the background?
Yes.
Yeah, you reach my voicemail and then it's Michael Jackson or whoever was playing in the background.
Me and my brothers got in the biggest fight in the world because we couldn't sync up the song with what we were doing, and we messed it up like 5, 6. We just started fighting over it.
I remember when we were in college, my roommate Antonio and I, the answering machine tape would be like we were answering like hello. And then there'd be loud music in the back, and like,
hey, be quiet! I can't hear what they're saying.
And like,
hello?
It's like, no,
man, will you turn it down? Like,
it's so stupid.
I hate those
because it gets somebody the first time every time.
Yes.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
With over 30 years in the business and more than 20,000 real estate transactions, Seller's Advantage offers a much better buying experience.
We don't charge agent fees, you pay no commissions, and you make no repairs. Seller's Advantage will show you a no obligation as-is cash offer and can close in just a few days.
Just check out our Google reviews and see for yourself.
Call Seller's Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
This just in, the NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the biggest show on the radio. And we know Mason loves to throw out scenarios.
I threw a bunch of scenarios out there yesterday. A lot of people screamed at me on Twitter, which is fine. Don't use all caps. Don't use all caps.
More of Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Yeah, don't use all caps. At least if you're contacting me.
Just don't use all caps in general.
Yeah,
why are you screaming?
Never use all caps.
No.
Yeah, it's
There's
screaming.
no point to ever scream in text or anything.
Bergman,
Email.
stop. I got to do a liner.
Okay,
hey,
fine.
you want to be part of the first ever Cappy Blackjack Tournament? It's happening Friday, June the 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. Going to be a party, RSVP now at ESPNLA.com. Click the picture of Cappy and Cash and be there at the very first Cappy Blackjack Tournament. Go to ESPNLA.com right now. All right, so The Athletic put together, and I think this is interesting, the best Dodger team since 2000. So basically, best Dodger at every position in the 21st century.
Oh, okay, so maybe Piazza isn't on there because he did most of his damage in the 90s.
Yeah. So it's like 2000 and on.
And
Okay.
Bergman's here to join in this
All
conversation.
right, can I guess?
Yeah, start
All right.
with first base.
This is the hardest one because Karros was Rookie of the Year early.
And was he in the 2000s? He was in the 90s.
Maybe, yeah, he's
he
in
played
90s.
into the 2000s.
Did he?
But with like the Cubs.
I think it's Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, I think there are two guys it could be. One is Adrian Gonzalez, the other Freddie Freeman, and because of that home run, I would say it's Freddie Freeman.
It's Freddie Freeman. That home run changed everything. And by the way, tomorrow, if you go to Legends Attic, you can see the Freddie Freeman home run ball.
They've got the ball.
Yeah.
That's
Gonna go
very
see it
cool.
tomorrow.
And a bunch of people are out there too,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, Travis DeMarco will be out there, and then they're going to have Joe Davis and Oral.
Joe
and
Davis is gonna be there?
Joe Davis is
Very
going to be there.
cool.
Got a bunch of people.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna be
nice. All right, second base. Who is the
I'm trying
best
to
Dodger second
remember,
baseman? It's actually second base is the toughest one to call.
It's just a tough one in
Did
general.
Jeff Kent play
Yes.
in the 2000s?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
I would go Jeff Kent.
That's what I would go. I forgot it was not Jeff Kent.
No, it was not. They went with, and I think this is bogus.
Oh, that's right. I forgot who they went with. It's bogus.
Yeah, they went with Mookie Betts, even though Mookie Betts played, a year? It's on and off at second base.
This
for all
is
intents
Fabian
and purposes.
Ardaya, right? And you think he
Yeah.
says, "Is this cheating?" Probably, but
It
I
is
think,
cheating. Yeah, exactly.
right.
It is cheating. Absolutely, it's
100%.
cheating.
He played like 60 games.
Yeah,
at
that's
second
very
base.
much cheating. I think it should be Jeff Kent.
Yes.
You agree?
Yeah, totally agree.
Okay.
I mean, because look at it. If you think about just second base in general, we don't have anybody that was a good second baseman.
No.
I would guess.
Through
I
Mark
would
Grozolanic,
guess
is that who you want?
No, statistically, over the past 25 years, it's probably Gavin Lux.
It is.
No, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
in terms of wins above replacement, it is Gavin Lux.
Now, shortstop, I think, is pretty easy, but for whatever reason, this guy is like fallen out of sight, out of mind. it has to be Corey Seager, right?
1,000%.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
He was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he's absolutely the guy, and he was
And
incredible.
by the way, I would extend it over to third base and say it has to be Justin Turner.
Has to be Justin Turner.
So-
Absolutely agree.
So that's the only one that I would push back on a little bit. So I love JT. I think that
Did
he is the
Beltre
right
play
choice.
into the
yes.
2000s?
So he was playing for most of the early 2000s. So
And he's in the Hall of Fame.
to like 2005, 2006, he was with the Dodgers before he left and went to the Rangers and a couple other places, Red Sox. So
that's interesting.
So
yeah.
Beltre, to me, could be somebody that fights with JT, but JT is just like the ultimate Dodger. So I understand why they went with JT.
And I think of the postseason for
Well, he's the-
JT, some really big hits.
One of the best postseason hitters in Dodger history.
Yeah. So I would go JT there.
Yes.
All right. How about outfield?
All right.
Where did the outfield?
They just put 3 outfielders. That doesn't go by position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't think that center fielder. Yeah. Just think.
All right, I'm going to guess here.
Okay.
Cody Bellinger won an MVP, so I think he has to be one of them.
Okay.
Right.
Matt Kemp finished second to Ryan Braun, and Ryan Braun was cheating.
Yes,
So I
correct.
think Matt Kemp has to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would put Mookie because he played right field when
He's
they won
already
the
at
2
second.
World Series.
You should. If Mookie wasn't at second base, Mookie would be the right answer there.
Right.
But
So who do you like, Bergman?
well, so I know who they
Oh,
went with.
you know who they are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they went with
By
Andre
the way,
Ethier.
absolutely right. Cody Bellinger and Matt Kemp. I think
when
no
was
question.
Manny Ramirez on the Dodgers? Was that in the 2000s?
Yes.
Yes, but he really had 2 years,
He had 2
didn't he?
years, and then he had the steroids thing and like, all the other stuff
He
that was going on.
solid but unspectacular. What about Ethier?
Ethier is on it.
That's their guy.
Ethier's the third guy.
I would put Manny ahead of Ethier, wouldn't you?
Even though Manny was here for just 2 years.
Yeah, because he was lightning in a bottle.
He
I might
was.
put Puig ahead of Ethier.
Oh, see, Puig just if he was a little bit less Puigy, then I think
Yeah.
he might have.
That's a good way of putting that.
All right, catcher.
Well, if it's Piazza did all his damage in the 90s and he was traded in 98, so it has to be Will Smith.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely
the
Will
only
Smith.
other person it could be, and I don't think it is, would be Russell Martin, and Russell Martin's not
Okay,
better
what
than
if
Will
we
Smith by
extended-
any imaginable.
What if we extended this back to 1955 and said Los Angeles Dodgers only? All right, so then first base becomes
So it'd be
Steve Garvey, right?
1958, 59?
Yeah, so first base becomes Steve Garvey, right?
I still go Freddie Freeman. What he did in the postseason.
Freddie
pushed
Freeman's
him-
been here for like 3 years.
It's like
Garvey
4 or
was
5
there
years.
for like 12.
I get it. He was not a liked guy. Freddie Freeman's going to be a
Wait a
Hall
minute.
of Famer.
You don't think Steve Garvey was a liked guy?
No, I do not.
Oh my
I
God, he
don't
was
think-
like one of the most popular Dodgers ever.
So maybe for the fans, his teammates didn't like him. People,
Was he
the
at two?
people didn't like him.
It's all time now, right? We're
Yeah.
going all
Yeah,
time.
I don't
not
think
this-
Garvey was liked outside of fans.
I mean, we're missing some of the your Roy Campanella guys like
Yeah.
that.
Well, Roy Campanella was more Brooklyn.
Was he
got
more
in his
Brooklyn?
accent and pretty much as soon as they came. Piazza's the catcher. I mean, Piazza's arguably the greatest hitting catcher ever.
Yeah, all
He's
time is
talked
Piazza
badly
the
about
catcher.
Vince Scully.
Yeah, but just
Yes, Piazza
divorce
is.
yourself
Yes,
from that.
If I divorce myself
So
from that,
for me,
Piazza is.
second base is where it gets hard, okay? Because Davey Lopes was there the longest. But Jeff Kent was really good in the short amount of time he was there. And
Also not liked.
yeah, but Jeff Kent
he was a salty dude.
He's
I
a
had run
very,
in with
very
him.
salty dude.
I'm trying to think. It
Well,
has to be Lopes, I guess.
Second base
huh?
is always tough. So yeah, it has to be.
Is
Lopes.
I think it's Lopes.
Is shortstop Maury Wills?
I love Maury Wills. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's got to be
Maury Wills. Over
Literally, he was responsible for all the runs in that one World Series year.
He would like bunt
All right.
himself on. He'd steal second
steal
base.
second.
He'd get moved over to third. Sack
Exactly.
fly.
Yeah. I think Justin Turner. Well, wait a minute. Beltre made the Hall of Fame, though.
If you're
What
going by
about
this,
Say?
Ron Say would be a
well,
great
Say
one.
would be in there for the same reason as Lopes. But, and then if
Longevity.
Longevity, yeah.
Yeah. But I think the best player was Beltre.
But again, to the point of why JT was on there, what he did in the postseason, I love Beltre, and I kind of thought that he would be the only guy I would put at third base. But the fact is, what Justin Turner has done in the postseason,
yeah,
just kind of pushes him a little bit over. And he was such a leader in that clubhouse too.
Yeah. Did we do shortstop?
Yeah, Maury Wills.
Maury Wills.
Oh, Maury Wills, yeah.
And then
So
the outfield,
outfield.
The outfield would pretty much say the
Rick
same.
Monday.
No, Rick doesn't. I mean,
Mookie, I would put Mookie
Mookie's
on there.
won.
Yeah.
Mookie's won an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Bellinger won an MVP.
Gary Sheffield.
Gary Sheffield.
Like 10-time
He was a
All-Star.
machine.
Yeah, he was so good. He was waggling the bat.
Yeah,
Go back
that
and
might
forth.
be the third guy.
Yeah.
Sean
Sean Green was here for a
Green was
while.
good.
4 home runs in a game.
Reggie Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, now this will be an easy one. Ready?
Milton Bradley. How about Milton Bradley?
We're going to totally agree. Greatest designated hitter in Dodgers history.
All right, how about this?
Shohei Ohtani.
There you go.
Okay. If you could only take one pitcher, Kershaw's the best regular season guy. Koufax is the best postseason guy.
It's Koufax.
Only did it for 7 years. Kershaw's done it for 20.
Yeah, still Koufax.
Kershaw won more everything than Sandy.
Yeah.
But he just
Koufax.
didn't perform in the playoffs.
There's a mythology around Koufax, too.
Yeah.
It's Sandy Koufax.
Yeah.
You know, when they wrote that book, Jane Levy wrote a great biography of Sandy Koufax. And one of the things he did, because he doesn't talk, he doesn't do interviews, he gave the okay to all of his friends, because he liked Jane Levy. You can talk to her and give her whatever you want. I'm not going to talk to her, but I'm opening the door. So it's a really good, comprehensive biography.
Oh, that's interesting.
Of him. And it's got a lot of inside stuff about his career, his life.
Wild.
Yeah, it's really,
So if
really
you were
good.
doing this for the Lakers, since they've
Oh,
been in
jeez.
L.A.,
Well,
which guard do you leave out, Magic, Kobe, or Jerry West?
You can't leave out any of them.
But you got to.
I would probably. He's the logo, but
Yeah, you got to leave out Jerry West.
I think that's the only one you can.
But Jerry West would be your GM for that team anyway.
Right.
All right. Who's your center? Kareem, Wilt,
It's got to be Kareem,
Shaq.
longevity, all that stuff.
But Shaq. I mean, we played this game, right? You played this
Yeah.
in the pandemic. You played the game where
Shaq
dominated
everybody.
everybody. So
I think
I'm
it's
going
got to be.
Shaq.
I think it's got to be Kareem though.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Kareem, longevity, championships.
Yeah, he's just the most dominant center you've ever seen in any sense, Shaq.
Forwards, your
Elgin-
golf,
I think-
golf buddy, James
He's
Worthy.
not making it.
He's not making it?
No, it's Elgin Baylor. Even James would say this. It's
Really?
Elgin Baylor
Yep.
and LeBron.
I have such a hard time with players that I didn't see. It's almost, I mean,
They don't exist if you didn't see them.
Like, I never saw Elgin Baylor or Jerry West as players. I mean, I've watched video on YouTube.
I saw Glenn Rice.
But I never actually saw them, so it's difficult for me to say, oh, yeah, him, because I didn't watch him.
Just like that goes with Wilt, too.
Yeah,
No,
Wilt.
no.
I mean, the mythology of
He's the
Wilt
right-
is huge.
So would you go Wilt in that situation because he was a Laker, too?
No, because Wilt's best years were on other teams. It's the same reason I wouldn't put Karl Malone at forward. His best years were on other teams.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He had
Yeah.
1 year, and that was it, and it was a weird year.
Bergman, everything else okay in your life?
Yeah, everything's great.
How's you and Gene?
Gene is doing fantastic.
Still going strong?
Yep, still going strong.
My mom says she's a knockout.
Knockout. She is a
A
knockout.
knockout.
I tell her all the
That's
time.
true.
She's a
It's a
knockout.
great old-timey word, too. It's a knockout.
Next, she's going to knock me out.
Very good. All right, Bergman, good seeing you.
All right, good seeing you.
Coming up next for you, let me see. What would it take for the Dodgers to trade for Paul Skeens? How much would they have to give up? And let's eliminate the idea, just accept the hypothetical that Pittsburgh is trading him.
Right. And I think Travis is giving up way too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that coming up next. In the meantime, if you were injured in any kind of accident, one of the first calls you get is from the other person's insurance company. I've been in this spot. And they're like, I want to give you some money. Make this thing go away. Don't fall for it. They're offering you money to replace or repair your vehicle, but is that going to cover your medical bills? Any lost wages for the time missing work? No, it will not. You shouldn't have to pay any money out of pocket to fix your car and go see the doctor, and you're missing work in turn. It's making your paycheck less than normal. Don't do this to yourself. Right away, call Jacob. Jacob will deal with the insurance company for you. He'll help with the rental car. He'll schedule your doctor's appointments. Nothing out of pocket. And ultimately, he will get you the settlement that you deserve. Call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
And remember, Jacob is a partner of LAFC, the Rams, and the Lakers. And if you are looking to connect with him on Instagram and Facebook for great advice and prizes and more, his handle is @call.jacob. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The road to glory runs through Los Angeles, and ESPN LA is teaming up with Michelob Ultra for an epic FIFA Club World Cup watch party you won't want to miss. Join us this Saturday at Tom's Watch Bar at LA Live as two powerhouse clubs face off for a shot at the world stage. This Saturday, kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Be sure to get there early so you can get your spot. Catch every second on dozens of screens, enjoy giveaways, and sip on ice-cold ultras. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. And, of course, 710 ESPN. We'll see you this Saturday at Tom's Watch Bar at LA Live.
Is it time to sell your home? Maybe you want to downsize.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
With Seller's Advantage.
All right, we got a caller who says, I need to buy a car and I need to save money. Well, my friend, I've got one answer for you. The Cerritos Auto Square. It's America's largest auto mall. 24 dealerships, all the top brands, all in one easy location right here in SoCal. And here's the secret. These dealers sell more cars than anyone because they have low prices. And they can actually afford low prices because they sell so many cars. Check it out at CerritosAutosquare.com.
Cerritos Auto Square.
Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort, provides opportunities for all travelers and locals. Enjoy restful accommodation, dine in the Red Restaurant with an expansive outside patio, or pamper yourself and relax at the spa. Hit the links at one of their 2 championship courses, the Babe and the Ike. Pacific Palms Resort is the perfect choice for a Los Angeles venue for your business meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, weekdays noon to 3. You're home for real Dodgers talk and super hot takes.
All right, so ready for super hot take? Super hot take.
Super hot take for promo.
Okay. Ready? Ireland?
Yeah, more of the fellas. Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Guys, I have a super hot take here.
What is smoking hot take?
All right, we were talking about Luka and how, maybe pictures are a little
No, he looks
flattering.
very thin.
He looks great.
Yeah, he looks fantastic.
But I do think I have proof about how pictures can make you look better or more flattering
What is
than
it?
they actually is. So, Mason, you posted a picture when you were in Hawaii, and you look great.
Thank you.
Your biceps look great.
I know.
But this picture...
Yeah, my tattoo is there. It's good.
Yeah, it looks good. But, as I zoom in, you look like really thin, and you've done the summer shred, so give you props. But I feel like this picture makes you look a little thinner.
I have never sucked in my gut as much as I did for that picture.
So maybe Luka's doing the same thing.
Among the comments, somebody said, you can breathe now.
No way.
That's
Listen,
very
it's
funny.
all about angles, baby.
You showed us pictures. You've got some amazing pictures.
It's all angles.
Yeah,
You
it's
suck it in, you
fantastic.
stick it out, you put the leg out. Listen, I can teach a class here. So
There you go.
Luka might be sucking it in.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to trade potential Cy Young Award winner Paul Skeens.
I do.
You think they are going to trade him this year?
Maybe not this year, but within 2 years, I think he's traded. When's the last time the Pirates ever threw a big offer at anybody?
Yeah, but they got 7 years. They got 7 years of Paul Skeens where he's locked up to him.
Right, but they need people now. They're in last place now.
And they'll be last place after a deal.
Yeah, but that's not the way they look at it.
Yeah.
They got to try and get the most players.
So
they
you
can get.
would you trade him right now?
Depends on what. Well, let's talk about this. Depending on what I would get, like
Right.
Travis, for example, said if he was the Dodgers, he would call them and say, "Hey, I'll give you Andy Pages, Dalton Rushing, and Hae-Sung Kim and some picks for Paul Skeens." I think that's too much. I think that's 3 starters. I think you could do it. They're going to want pitching prospects, cost-controlled young pitchers.
Right.
So I think you call them and say, you can have one of those guys, Pages, Kim, or Rushing. All 3 great prospects. And then take any 2 players in our system. Any 2 you want.
Yeah, not enough.
Well, okay? I'll be the Dodgers. You be Pittsburgh.
Okay. Before that, do you want to hear what Jim Bowden says the trade should be, or do you want to do this exercise?
No.
Okay.
What's Bowden say?
Bowden says it's Pages, Rushing, Landon Knack, a young lefty in the system, and draft picks.
All right, so he's giving them 2 of those guys instead
Correct.
of me. I'm only giving 1.
I don't know
if the Pirates would do that. I don't think they're getting enough pitching back.
Yeah, they're getting 2. Landon Knack would fit right into their rotation right now.
Would you, if you're the Pirates? Okay, so keep in mind the Pirates.
Yep.
Would you rather have Landon Mack or Dustin May?
Oh, Dustin May.
So
Dustin May is a legit major league starter.
He's had 2 Tommy Johns.
Yeah, but he's throwing really well, and Landon Knack is an okay pitcher. He's okay to start our bullpen game.
I think that may get it done. All right, so if you're the Dodgers,
you're saying Dustin May, Dalton Rushing,
you pretend
Andy Pages.
You're the Pirates.
Okay.
Yeah, those 3: Dustin May, Dalton Rushing, Andy Pages, and a couple of prospects. Are you hanging up on me? If you're the Pirates,
no.
You think that's we're still talking?
I'm getting a starting catcher. I'm getting a starting outfielder. I'm getting a starting pitcher. And I'm getting
a couple
of prospects. No, I'd see if I was Pittsburgh, I would say, yeah. Now, here's the problem with Pittsburgh. Do they use this? Because, again, they've got him. They don't just have Paul Skeens. They've got him cost-controlled, which makes him even more valuable. And in Pittsburgh, you can hang on to him at a really good price for a few years before he hits arbitration. So if you're Pittsburgh, why not hang on to him? I'll tell you the reason to hang on to him. Pittsburgh has near sellouts when Paul Skeens is pitching. Money, dollars, there's an attraction. Otherwise, why go see the Pirates? Nobody's showing up to see a worn-out Andrew McCutchen. They're there to see Paul Skeens.
And you're getting Livy Dunn, too. Did you see that that's Paul Skeens' girlfriend? She's one of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit models. Did you see she brought like 4 or 5 other models with her to a game? And the whole place, nobody was even watching the game.
Yeah.
They were all just watching the suite.
By the way, Paul Skeens' birthday today.
22.
Oh, my God.
22. Holy mackerel.
Oh, God. Now
22.
But he hasn't had Tommy John yet, has he?
No. By the way, that's my hesitation. Anytime you give up a lot for a starting pitcher is, but
turns out that he's Jacob deGrom or Steven Strasburg.
All that stuff, and his arm goes south.
Yeah.
That's the scary part of it. I mean,
Sorry, guys,
I
23.
23. Oh, over the hill.
Over the hill.
Over the hill. All right, let's do some What's Up, Fool. How about that? Laura's got stuff. Brian's got stuff. We will do it coming up next, but first I want to tell you about my friends at the Southern California Hyundai dealers. So I love the Hyundai. I'm driving an Elantra. If you want to go SUV, the Santa Fe is excellent. If you want a really cool, stylish kind of car, the Sonata is beautiful. The Ioniq 6, if you want to go EV, that's the best way to go. Next level tech and safety features. The Hyundai cars and SUVs give you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include available class exclusive digital key. I've got that. Available remote smart parking assist. I've got that, and God knows I need it. And because we want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, every Hyundai comes with a complete warranty, America's best warranty, 10 years or 100,000 miles limited powertrain warranty. It's time for you to take a test drive of your favorite Hyundai today, only at your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
They got it all hooked up at the Dodger games.
Really?
Yeah, they got great seats, like right down the third base line.
Beautiful.
Like good table right in front of them where you can have like cervezas.
Yeah. Oh, those seats.
And some aguas calientes.
Hot water?
No, what's the what did I have today?
Aguas calientes. I have family there.
What do I have? What did I have today? The shrimp. What did I have today?
Aguachiles.
Not aguas calientes. What did I have?
Is that a casino? Agua Caliente by DeAndre's house.
Right. Yeah.
And then Aguas Calientes where my cousin lives in the state of Mexico.
Okay.
You're getting there, Cappy.
What did I eat today?
Shrimp.
No, but come on. No, I don't want the white guy version. What was it called?
DeAndre?
What was it called?
Aguachiles.
Aguachiles. See, now I got aguas calientes.
You were close, Cap.
I was very close. Aguachiles.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. Play anytime, anywhere for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Head to ChumbaCasino.com and let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. Must be 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text STAPLE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text STAPLE to 321-321. That's STAPLE to 321-321.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's Mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, guys. So I'm almost done with the studio. Can't believe I haven't finished
Have
it.
you've one episode left?
Dos.
Okay, the last two are really funny where they go to CinemaCon.
Dos.
Good.
All right, so congratulations to class of 2025. Kasim, who works here with us, is graduating from LMU.
Way to go, Kasim.
Congrats, Kasim.
Maxime, who was an intern for us and also works here.
We love Maxime.
Long Beach State. So congratulations to them.
Congratulations.
So I read an article that says, here gave us the 5 cities, the top 5 cities, if you're graduating, for you to start your career. So I wanted to see if you guys can guess them because they were kind of off the cuff
Best
here.
5 cities to start your career.
Yes.
Are they all major cities?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Let's, what do you think? My first thought is Atlanta.
My first thought was Denver.
Let's try both.
All
Atlanta,
right,
Denver.
Atlanta's number 1, and Denver is not
Denver's
even on
not
the
there.
list.
Okay.
Not even top 10.
Why Atlanta?
So Atlanta is more affordable. It also ranks number 5 in quality of life. But professional opportunities, it ranks number 1. So this is how they're ranking it.
All right,
there you go.
I've also heard Austin, Texas is
Is
desirable.
it big enough to make this list?
Well, somewhere in Texas, either Austin or
Dallas.
All right, so which one are you going with? Austin or Dallas?
Either one.
All right, Austin is number 4.
Oh,
number
Austin is
4.
there. Okay, good.
So you guys are missing 2, 3, and 5. And let me tell
Are
you,
any of them in California?
none.
Okay.
But
Too expensive.
Yeah.
2, 3, and 5 are all in the same state.
It's in Florida?
It is Florida.
Yeah, okay.
Miami.
Miami is number 5.
Jacksonville.
No,
No.
Jacksonville's an armpit.
That is, yeah.
No,
Miami.
Jackson.
I'm going to say, well, Miami and Fort Lauderdale are probably the same market.
Oh,
All right,
wait.
so I'm going to guess Tampa.
Tampa's number 3.
And then
That
And I'm going to guess
easy.
Mar-a-Lago.
What?
Is Fort Lauderdale still considered Miami?
Yes, I consider it to be Miami. My brother
This one
lives in
should be
Fort Lauderdale.
easy.
It's in Florida. It's
Orlando.
Orlando.
yeah.
I was like, come on. How did you guys miss that
thought of
one?
it.
Those are the top 5. Atlanta, Orlando, Tampa, Austin, and Miami.
Which one would you go to, John? You had to start one. Start your career.
Austin.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Austin for sure.
Yeah.
Great
Austin.
city.
I've never been there, but everybody loves it.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's a nice city.
Yeah.
I went like quickly.
I always wanted to go
I like
to
Dallas
South
better.
by Southwest. I hear
No
they have a
state
blast
tax.
down there.
You can get anywhere in the state on Southwest for $50. It's great.
Yeah.
John, do you prefer Dallas or Austin? Because I prefer Dallas, and people kill me for that.
No, you're not crazy. Dallas is awesome. Austin is a little better music scene, a little more to do, a little more affordable.
It is
A
more
little
affordable.
more centrally located. But so I'm with you, Laura. I would go to Dallas. I would rank, if I had to live in Texas and I lived there for 5 years, I would live in Dallas 1, Austin 2, San Antonio 3, Houston 4, and then I would move out of the state.
Yeah, right. After that, you're out of cities. Yeah, I mean, I would live in Austin. Maybe I should build a complex, build a house in
A
Austin.
lot of people are doing that.
And I could work there 51% of the time.
Nice.
Nice scam, right?
Yeah.
Good scam if you can get it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do it.
What's up, Foo? All right, guys. So the Savannah Bananas are in town here in Southern California.
Oh, are they?
They were at Disneyland yesterday. I think they're back today doing kind of promotion for. They're going to be in Anaheim this weekend playing at Angel Stadium.
Nice.
So let me just put some context here for you. So the Yankees were just at Angel Stadium. Cheapest tickets you can get in the price or get in the stadium, $20.
Right.
Yankees moving to Dodger Stadium this weekend. So on Saturday, the Savannah Bananas will be playing at Anaheim.
Okay.
Dodgers will be playing the Yankees at Dodger Stadium. Cheapest ticket for the Dodger game, I checked before the show, about $75.
Okay.
Cheapest ticket to get into Anaheim at Angel Stadium on Saturday to see the Savannah Bananas, $200.
See,
What?
I totally believe this.
Wait, is this part of an Angel game they're playing like before it, or
No,
you
it's
just going to
just
see
the
the bananas?
There.
Savannah Bananas.
It's like going to see the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
They've
And
got
they-
lightning in a bottle.
They drew 70,000 in Nashville. 70,000
well,
people.
and they're super creative. Like one guy plays on stilts.
Yeah,
they dance in between the
It's
innings.
funny stuff.
Yeah.
They're doing flips in the air and all kinds of stuff.
So I think I was talking to Parker. I think he might go, so we'll have
Really?
to hear about it
Oh,
from him.
I want
you know?
They should take some videos of that.
Yeah,
That looks fun.
Here's a question: if you guys had the chance, you're free on Saturday. What
Yeah.
are you going to go see? A rematch, Dodgers Yankees?
Yes.
Or would
Oh.
you want to see
Come
the
on.
novelty
Stop
of
after
the
that.
Savannah
Come on,
Bananas?
Brian.
Those
come
bananas,
on.
I'm sure, are very funny, but
you
it's
take your
Yankees Dodgers.
$200 and go blow it on the bananas.
Yeah, I'll take my
Yeah.
$75 and I'll see a rematch of the World Series.
I'll go see Aaron Judge play.
Come on, Brian. That's a waste of a. Where's Stephen A? That's a dumb bleep question.
Dumbass
That is a
question.
dumbass question.
All right, this one might
That's a
follow.
dumbass
But I don't think so.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about Paul Skeens, and he turned 23 today.
Yep.
So there's also another set of birthday twins. Not really twins, but Puka Nacua turns 24 today.
Hey.
And Austin Reeves turns 27.
Wow.
Hey, happy birthday.
Listen, John, I know Austin Reeves is your guy. You
Yeah.
love him.
Do.
But if you can pick.
I'm going to text him happy birthday right now.
Okay, so take Austin out for you. So you have to pick Puka or Paul Skeens. Who would you hang out with on their birthday? And then Mace, because you don't have a close relationship with Austin like that, you can get all three.
I mean, I think Puka looks like he'd be a blast to hang out with.
blast.
People love Puka.
He's about to be a dad, too. Congrats.
Yeah, he's going to be a dad. Puka's probably my choice. Although Paul Skeens has got the
super cool.
Paul Skeens has the gymnast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
And
Olivia Dunn.
Mm-hmm.
And then Austin is your friend.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to pick Austin.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, but he can't. So he only has Skeens
If
or
I
Puka.
had, I would take Puka.
Yeah, Puka.
I think
Puka's
Puka
a-
seems really fun. You know, Puka got into a habit of coming to Laker games at the end of the season, and I don't think he missed one.
Yeah.
I think in all of March and April, he was at like every game.
Well, he's the one that says, yeah, if I wanted to, I could play in this league.
Well, we might be able to use him.
He's balling out. There was a video of him balling out. People are like, okay, look, okay, you got something, Puka.
Who more catches this year, Devontae Adams or Puka?
Puka.
I say it's Adams.
No, I think
No,
Puka's
Puka.
he's your intermediate guy. He's and Devontae's your deep guy, and you just complete fewer
Wait till
deep
you guys.
bombs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've watched Devontae because he played for the Raiders. He is as good of a receiver as I've ever seen. He's unbelievable.
But I think Puka's going to have 100 catches.
I think Devontae might.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a good year for Stafford.
Yeah.
Very good year for
Amen.
Stafford.
Amen.
All right, so I saw during the last Knicks-Pacers game, Timothy Chalamet courtside had a little interaction with Ernie Johnson, and he said, I'm going to play you in your biopic. So a two-part question. I know we talked about, who would play you guys in a biopic.
Right. Yep.
But the question here is, would you be interested in watching an Ernie Johnson biopic? And then who would play Michael Thompson and Pepe if they had one?
Okay.
Michael Thompson
So,
and Pepe.
first of all, Ernie Johnson, read up on this, folks, is one of the most well-liked people in all of sportscasting because he's just an incredible person.
Yeah.
This is a guy, he just lost his son a couple years ago. This is a guy who adopted a special needs kid who was severely affected by special needs. Like, didn't speak, attached to a wheelchair, needed a breathing apparatus. They told Ernie and his wife this kid would live to be no more than 10. He lived to be almost 40.
Yep.
All because Ernie and his wife took him in from an orphanage in Europe or something. And Ernie's incredibly well liked by everybody at TNT. By the way, Brian, I didn't know you were going to bring this up. Think about this. Tonight, Knicks-Pacers could be the very last NBA game on TNT ever. They're losing the rights after this year. So those guys, Ernie and Shaq and Charles, are all moving over to ESPN. But TNT's going away after this. All right. Who would play Michael? Who would play Pepe?
This is hard.
I
I'm
would
Googling.
cast, because he's a fellow Bohemian and he's got the height.
Okay.
How about Rick Fox?
Michael would cast Rick Fox.
I mean, Rick Fox.
Everybody
I
would
would
like
cast
to be
another
cast as
famous
Rick Fox.
Bahamian because he's closer in age to Michael than Rick Fox. Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier.
Wait, is Sidney Poitier dead or alive?
He passed away.
He passed away.
Yeah.
That's who I would pick. And then
Ernie.
For Pepe.
Oh, for Pepe.
Oh,
That's
for
what we're
Ernie.
looking for.
Okay, so who would be good for Ernie? You need somebody. Tom Hanks could be Ernie.
Yeah, Tom Hanks can do
Yeah,
Ernie.
you need
He's
somebody
plus
that-
a nice guy,
in
really
the Mr.
nice guy.
Rogers type thing.
Yeah.
All right, Pepe is
Pepe's
the hard
one.
All right, I got it.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
For Pepe. You need to do a little makeup, put a little age on him.
Okay.
You guys will love this.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go off like a light bulb.
Okay.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, that's interesting.
No.
Why not?
Because I won't
would
say
have-
that. I won't say what's in my
Is
head.
Cheech Marin too old?
That's what I
that's
think.
a
I
good
have
one.
Cheech
That's a good
Marin.
one.
Cheech Marin is my choice.
I was thinking of Luis Guzman too.
Luis
Oh, yeah,
Guzman
he'd
is
be funny.
terrific. Yeah, he's a really
Luis
good.
Guzman might be good, but he might be too young.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Freddie's younger.
Could Danny Trejo do it?
Yeah, he could. He could. He'd probably bring a machete and do all that. Danny's a great guy.
Yeah.
Why don't we have Danny on the
Michael
show? He's a
Roth
terrific
just
guy.
came up with the perfect one for Michael.
I can see if we can get Danny.
Okay.
For Michael, think about this. JB Smoove.
Oh, I love
He'd be
that.
perfect for
Oh,
Michael.
He nailed it.
Yeah, Michael Roth, that is
Michael
an
Roth,
excellent suggestion.
congratulations, you nailed
You
it.
are the winner.
Yes.
Pick up your commemorative casting T-shirt on your way out of
Yes.
LA Live today.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a great one.
Do we add something else or no? We're done?
I think
Well,
that's
it's
okay.
158.
Brian's
We
like,
should be
I think
done.
we're done. All right, coming up next for you, let's see. Texas and Ohio State are fighting over a game time, and do you really need a divorce coach? We'll talk about that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for a party? Party! The first ever Cappy $10,000 blackjack tournament, Jack, is happening Friday, June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. We're going to be broadcasting live that Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. and then at 7 o'clock. You can win cash and play blackjack with Cappy. Let's do it. Sign up right now at ESPNLA.com. ESPNLA.com. Click the picture of Cappy holding cash for you, sucker.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
76411. You may also be eligible for an exciting bonus vacation in Orlando, Florida for just $398. And don't worry about anything ruining your plans. We can extend your stay for up to 18 months. Name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird, and you get a complimentary Cancun resort stay and an optional bonus vacation in Orlando for just $398. What are you waiting for? Call 800-417-6411. Again, call 800-417-6411 and give us your answer. The proceeding is not a contest or sweepstakes. It is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways and is not sponsored by or affiliated with this station or program.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland on your Thursday, May 28th. Today, look at yourself in the mirror. If you've got a mirror in front of you, if not, put your phone in selfie mode right now and say, hey, I'm a Mason and Ireland P1. Be proud, would you? And thanks for listening. I know John loves when I say that. Thanks for listening. Mason and Ireland continues on 710 ESPN right now.
All right, by the way, John mentioned this could be the last night that we see Ernie and Kenny and Shaq and Charles on TNT. They're coming to ESPN. What do you think they'll do? Will they have a big farewell? What will happen when will they all be on a boat with fishing rods, gone fishing?
I just hope. Traditionally, TNT has no rules and ESPN has nothing but rules.
Right.
I mean, ESPN got rid of Paul Pierce because he was playing poker with strippers.
And smoking weed.
The guys on the TNT set wouldn't hesitate to do that on live TV.
Well, this is what I think.
So I hope they're taking the show as is.
So here's my understanding of it. It's a licensing deal like they have with McAfee. ESPN does not own the McAfee show. McAfee is exclusively in charge of content. I think TNT is going to do the same. I think we're going to see the same vibe and the same show on ESPN because it's still a TNT show. It's not an ESPN show.
No, it's not a TNT show. Let me correct you on that.
It's not a licensing deal?
It is. You will not see the letters TNT on
No,
the
of course
set.
not. But they're producing it from Atlanta.
Right. But they have their own production. It'll be ESPN logoed. You know what it'll be like?
Oh, of course it'll be ESPN
in
logo.
In terms of look, it'll be like the Manning Cast, which is also not owned by ESPN.
See, yeah, I think it's going to look like, I think it's going to look exactly the same. I'll be honest with you. I think it's TNT producing it, and I think it's going to look like exactly what we're seeing now, except it's going to happen on ESPN. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. I hope those guys are completely loose and unfettered. All right, so the unfettered. All right, so I get these words sometimes. Ohio State and Texas have one of the big opener games for college football this year, and the game is at Ohio State. Sark and the Texas Longhorns are going to Ohio Stadium, and the game is scheduled for, I guess this would be big noon Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon at Ohio State. Ohio State and Fox want to move the game to Sunday night primetime.
Right.
Texas says no.
Because they don't want to have one less day to prepare for their week 2 game. It's what Sark gave as the reason.
That's an interesting reason. I don't think the real one.
What do you think?
Have you ever been to a game at Ohio State at night?
This game is in Texas.
No,
isn't
it's
it?
at Ohio State,
Okay.
Ohio Stadium. If you've never been to a game at Ohio State at night, it is a beast. I mean, it is.
I just remember USC going in there and beating them.
Well, that was an afternoon game.
No.
Are you sure the Matt
With
Barkley
Stephon
game?
Johnson, yeah, and Matt Barkley. That was at night.
That was Matt Barkley's first start
in primetime.
But again, I think. By the way, the AD says no. I go to church on Sundays. Sark says I want an extra day of preparation.
By the way, what a crock that is.
But I really think it's because they don't want to play under the lights at Ohio Stadium. And it's great to be in primetime and all that stuff, but I care about winning the game. And if they believe their best chance to win the game is an afternoon game as opposed to a beast of a night game at Ohio Stadium, I get why they wouldn't change it.
I think they're kind of being chicken.
Well, okay, but why?
Because again, sports at its core is an entertainment product.
Right.
You want to put the game on at a time, and people just don't watch sports tape delayed, including me and you.
Oh, I don't watch it. Yeah.
You want to put the game on where the most people can see it.
Sure.
9 a.m. on a Saturday morning is not when most people can see it.
Right. But the objective is to there's only one objective in this. If I'm Texas, win the football game. Win the football game. What gives me the best chance to win the football game? And I would argue it's Saturday afternoon as opposed to Sunday night under the lights at Ohio Stadium.
Brian, do you think it makes a difference if they play Saturday afternoon or Sunday night in terms of who wins the game?
I don't think so, honestly.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
either.
you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't know why you think that.
You're certainly entitled to be wrong because I've been there.
Right.
I've been to games at Ohio Stadium both in the afternoon and at night.
Mm-hmm.
And night is tough.
Well, last year, Michigan beat them in the middle of the day.
What? Yeah.
But
it doesn't.
USC beat them at night. So, I mean, I don't get it.
I'm talking about that specific environment. They have a better chance to win the game in the afternoon on Saturday than they do on Sunday night, and that's why I think they're doing it despite all
Isn't this exactly the time they lost to Michigan last year?
I don't know.
9 a.m. big Saturday kickoff on
Right.
Fox.
But
Ohio
was
State
it at Michigan?
No, they were 21-point favorites.
At Michigan.
I think it was at
Was
Ohio
that Michigan
State.
or you're talking about Michigan?
Michigan upset Ohio State last year, remember?
Right. Well, that game's always a primetime game because that's
it was a day game. I'm pretty sure. I'm looking it up.
That was that's like the biggest event that happens in Ohio and Michigan. Those two states. I mean, the world stops for Ohio State, Michigan.
It was Michigan won 13-10. They played it on a Saturday morning at 9 West Coast time.
So they lost 13-10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand what Sark's doing, and I completely agree with it.
I think Sark's being a wuss.
Yep. Okay. News from Alden Gonzalez. The Dodgers close to acquiring former All-Star closer Alexis Diaz from the Reds. He was sent to AAA after struggling badly early this season. He won't be up with the Dodgers just yet. He will probably start at OKC. But this is a guy, John, who as recently as last year had 28 saves. He had 37 saves in 2023 and 28 saves last year. This year, he was a disaster. But that's, the Dodgers have a knack for fixing pitchers who have broken down elsewhere. So I really like this. And maybe that's the guy. Instead of Tanner Scott, we start seeing in late game situations.
There is I don't care that he's not up right now. I don't care that he needs more seasoning out of it. He cannot be worse than what Tanner Scott's been.
Yeah.
Can't. Tanner Scott is pouring gas on a fire.
It's just a mess. What do you got, Laura?
And the Dodgers are sending the 2024 draft pick, Mike Villani, a pitcher to the Reds for Diaz.
So they've already made the deal, or it's just about done?
It's just about done.
Just about done. Okay. So I think that'll be interesting. Gives them depth in the bullpen potentially if they can fix whatever is going wrong with Alexis Diaz. All right. So John, you've never been through a divorce?
Not yet.
Have you been
no.
through really
Wait,
hard?
no.
Have you been through really hard breakups? Not really.
No, not what I would consider to be like curl up in a ball. I've been through some ones that I wasn't crazy about, but
Right.
not anything devastating.
Got drunk over him?
Oh yeah.
No, see,
Now-
that's hard.
Laura, you've never been. Brian, you've never been.
Divorce? No.
I've had long-term relationship breakups, and it is really hard. Now, I got through you know exactly what I'm talking about. Got through mine, and it was complicated. There was money exchanged. There was all kinds of stuff that went along with it. There was anger and pissed offness and all that. So the New York Times is reporting that there are apparently people who are using divorce coaches. So they're charging up to $300 an hour for a divorce coach. Now, does that mean anything to you?
I absolutely do not get this.
You don't think it would eliminate the fighting, the anger? It's a referee.
Okay. What I'm assuming, let's say you and I are married and we're getting divorced.
Okay. I'll accept the premise.
All right. You're going to hire
Mr. Mason.
You're going to hire a lawyer.
Yes.
I'm going to hire a lawyer. We're going to have to pay both of these lawyers. Why do we need to pay a divorce coach? And by the way, the divorce coach isn't cheap. Did you see this?
$300 an hour.
Yeah,
I wanna be
one
that.
guy charges $1,600 an hour.
Oh wow, he's the best divorce coach around.
Right. I don't think you need a divorce coach. Brian, you think you need if you're getting divorced, pull off the scab and let's go.
Yeah, I don't get what the point here of the coach is.
Because they're the referee.
Isn't that what the lawyer's
It's
for?
basically a boxing match, right, between two exes.
Right,
and you need a referee to say, hey, wouldn't it be better if you did this? Wouldn't it be better if you
That's
did
the
that?
lawyer.
How about you take
What
this?
are you paying the lawyers
The
for?
lawyers are on each side. The lawyer is arguing for her, and the lawyer is arguing for him. This is a referee between the lawyers and between the parties.
Right, but most divorce
Isn't that a
cases end up in court. And
If we ever- if we
it's an
ever-
unnecessary expense.
If we ever split up, John, I am going to hire Peter Jafari.
Oh, you can hire
Kadish
Laura Romo. Thank you very
Jafari. He's a mediation officer, according to Business Insider, and we will have him handle the breakup.
No, but I have to agree to that.
Well, I'm hiring him. So
Okay. Well, if you're
you talk
him.
to him.
Yeah.
I know you talk to him. I'm not
Here-
involved.
okay, so
it's exactly like but I don't want to be involved.
Right.
Like there are rumors that we may be working on new contracts. I haven't talked to anybody
Rumors.
there. I have somebody
Right, you
talking
have somebody
to
do
them
it for
because
you.
I don't want to talk to directly.
Yeah, and I don't want to pay someone to talk
Correct.
for me,
It's a
so I just do it
difference.
myself.
It's absolutely the difference, and you're got a better deal than I do. But I just don't like talking to employers
Yeah,
about
you're
money.
uncomfortable with the process.
Yes, very
Yeah.
uncomfortable. So if we ever break up, John, divorce coach it is.
I'm not. I don't agree.
I'm paying.
Okay.
I'm paying.
Well, if you're paying, I don't care.
I'm springing for the divorce coach.
Isn't that a sweet deal, though? You get paid all this money, and then you really do just let the lawyers do the work.
Although,
and you just
can I
kinda
tell
chill
you,
out.
I've been in mediation. It is a beast. It
I've
really
heard.
is. It is really, really hard. Guy walking from one room to the next room to the next room to the next room, arguing these guys want that, those guys want
And
this.
you're not even in the same room.
Not even in the same room
Wow.
during a mediation.
That's crazy.
All right, coming up next for you, the Lakers are the second favorites, I think, to sign a player that I think makes no sense for them.
Oh, I think he makes a lot of sense.
God, I don't think he makes sense. And the story of Stephon Diggs and a wild boating trip. That's coming up next.
Yeah, that's a very interesting story.
Yes, it is. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The road to glory runs through Los Angeles, and ESPN LA is teaming up with Michelob Ultra for an epic FIFA Club World Cup watch party you won't want to miss. Join us this Saturday at Tom's Watch Bar at LA Live as two powerhouse clubs face off for a shot at the world stage. This Saturday, kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Be sure to get there early so you can get your spot. Catch every second on dozens of screens, enjoy giveaways, and sip on ice-cold ultras. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. And, of course, 710 ESPN. We'll see you this Saturday at Tom's Watch Bar at LA Live.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
Less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the biggest show on the radio. And we know Mason loves to throw out scenarios.
I threw a bunch of scenarios out there yesterday. A lot of people screamed at me on Twitter, which is fine. Don't use all caps. Don't use all caps.
More of Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, how about this? Our friends at Legends Attic are having a birthday and a big celebration this Friday, tomorrow, live from 9 a.m. to noon. Travis and DeMarco, guess who will be there? This is an unbelievable list of guests. Steve Sachs, Jaime Harim, Peter O'Malley, Joe Davis. Plus, there will be Legends Attics giveaways, live art with Dave Hobrecht, and See the Ball from Freddie Freeman's unforgettable Game 1 Grand Slam. All happening tomorrow, 9 to noon at Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont, and tickets are available now. Legendsattic.com, and that's tomorrow, 9 to noon with Travis and DeMarco. All right. So, John, I want to know if you are in. You're not a big, I'm in for the new and the latest and the greatest, let somebody else try it out kind of thing, right?
Depends what you're talking about.
Okay, so I'm going to show you. In Dubai, they are creating a building that is upside down.
Okay.
Okay? And it is anchored to an asteroid. And as the asteroid rotates around the Earth, the building rotates with it. So every 24 hours, the building comes back. Does that make any sense?
No.
Okay, think about this. Think about a skyscraper going the wrong direction.
Okay.
They're calling this a space scraper. You hook the bottom of the building to an asteroid, and the rest of the building hangs down over the Earth.
All right, I'm going to ask a very maybe naive question.
Okay.
Why?
More space. You have more. We're running out of space for people, so now we're going to put buildings upside down to create room for more people. Does that not make sense?
It doesn't.
Okay. Well,
what the
so
building?
Confused.
Yeah, the what do you mean more space? How's when the building rotates? Does it get bigger?
No, because you've got buildings going up. Now you're going to have buildings going down, so you have twice as many buildings as you used to have.
Wait a minute.
Do you get this?
Is this
No,
real?
what about gravity?
Gravity, it's hooked to an asteroid. Well, I can't believe you guys don't understand this.
Okay,
It's
look,
such a simple concept.
Look at this, Brian. Look at this.
Obviously, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's not a simple concept.
This
It's
is
just
ridiculous.
hanging out of the sky?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just hanging out of the sky.
This
How do you
has
get
to
up
be
there?
AI.
So it's hooked to a satellite at the top, or
Right.
an asteroid,
Of the
and then it
many
hangs down.
things you have brought up on this show,
Yeah.
this might be the dumbest.
You really think so? I think it's actually really cool.
This is dumb.
This
Why is it dumb?
Brian, dumb or cool?
Oh, this is dumb.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
You're the only one who supports the
Look at
upside
this
down
and tell
building.
me you would not want to be in the upside down building.
I do not
people
want to
will
be in
die.
the upside down building.
I'd be the first one
They
there.
will
I'm
die.
buying tickets to get in the upside down building.
That's an eyesore, too. Every time I'm looking up in the sky on my
Now
I'm
that's that's a very good point. Well, because even now, when people who are star people who look in telescopes and
Right.
stuff, they say it's all Elon Musk satellites up there anyway.
Well, and by the way, it's hooked with a chain to an asteroid.
Yes.
What could possibly go
exactly.
wrong?
Yeah, no.
All these people will die.
It's powered by space-based solar panels.
This is ridiculous.
It collects rainwater.
Not touching this.
It travels 300 miles an hour. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant.
Dumb.
I'm in. I am in. I like what's new, what's next. Show me the next big thing.
That
all right.
ain't it.
So Stefan
Facts.
Diggs is apparently dating Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. Hello?
That was me.
Okay.
I don't know how that happened.
So Stefan Diggs and Cardi B were out on a boat, and they were having a blast.
Yes,
And
with some scantily clad females.
very scantily clad. Everybody's in
Lot of bikinis.
and all that kind of stuff. He's flirting with everybody. All that's fine and well. But he's also got a bag of pink powder. Now, what does a bag of pink powder do? What
Well,
kind of powder is that?
I'm not saying this is what was in the bag, but there is such thing as pink cocaine.
No.
Yeah.
Is there? I always saw it as white.
Yeah, that's Laura, who was the singer? Was he from One Direction or One Republic? Passed away tragically young. They found pink cocaine at.
Oh, is that right?
He fell off a balcony.
Because in this video, he's got a bag of pink powder that he's sort of sliding off to one of the girls. And I mean,
okay.
Do you do anything with that? If you're Mike Vrabel in New England,
I don't.
I don't either.
And by the way, it's illegal for Stefan Diggs to party now.
No, it's illegal. It is illegal if you have pink powder that happens to be cocaine, right?
Right, but he isn't on the video as using it. He just breaks it out.
Right, he breaks it out. It's not necessarily using it. He hands it off to the girls. Does that now? If you're Mike Vrabel, do you do anything? He's passing around pink powder, which could potentially, as you said, be cocaine.
Well, they're probably going to test him more.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah,
but I think you should be able to do what you want on your free time.
Yeah. When was the last time you did blow?
I didn't do much of it, but I did try it in college. Did you?
I tried it in high school.
Oh, wow.
What? I've never.
I tried it in high school.
In college in the 80s, Laura, it would be impossible not to have tried it.
Oh, it was everywhere in the 80s.
I'm a square. Like
I
the most
dated a
I've done
girl
is weed.
who was pretty conservative and
Mhm.
very responsible. She's now like a mother of 4 and super successful. She, on her keychain, had a vial that always had coke in it.
Is that right?
And nobody even
Always.
blinked. Like, oh yeah. Like
Did she
we'd
use
go out-
it?
Oh yeah. We'd go out to lunch and she'd throw her keys on the table. And I'm like, you're not worried that somebody's going to see that and throw you in jail? Nope.
Wow.
That's how times have changed.
Brian, when was the last time you did blow?
Never have.
Never have. You know, good for you. I did it once, and I was like, no, I could get really strung out on that, so I never did it again.
So
I'm too scared.
Here's what scared me straight off of ever even considering doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
We, on the UCLA football team when I was there, we had a guy named Don Rogers. He was the free safety.
Okay.
First round pick of the Browns. Goes out and celebrates after he gets picked. Cardiac arrest from cocaine. And this was the most cut dude on campus. I mean, like an Adonis who was like, could run through walls.
Right.
And it was right around the time where the same thing happened to Len Bias.
Yep.
And I just said, what are we? I know it's popular. I know everybody's doing it. I'm out.
But now don't do it. Nobody should do it. Nobody do it anymore.
Yeah, well, I
'cause
mean,
there's,
nobody
there's,
does.
There's
do they?
fentanyl
Well,
and there's all kinds of stuff
except
mixed into that.
maybe, the boat was, but we don't know that's what that was.
Although they still have like test strips to see if it's. I mean, like, no way. Those days are over. It's not Studio 54 anymore. All right, John, the Lakers are the second pick in Vegas to sign Chris Paul.
Now, here's the thing.
I don't get it.
Here's the thing about Chris Paul. What don't you get? What would be wrong with? I think Chris Paul is ideal for a backup point guard.
Okay,
at the
so we
stage
have
of his
Austin
career.
Reeves, we have Luka Doncic, and
For
you're
now.
saying Chris Paul.
For now. What if you have to trade one? Well, you're not trading Luka. What if you have to trade Austin?
Well, then he makes more sense. But
Right.
if you have Austin, it doesn't make any sense. Now, Chris Paul, is he going to play for the veterans minimum, which is 3
Well, he gets more than others would get.
No, 10 plus years. I just looked it up. It's like
okay.
3.9.
Well, he doesn't need the money. I think he would play for the love of the game. He's one of LeBron's best friends. He played in all 82 games last year for the Spurs.
Yeah.
And he was great with Wemby.
He's an excellent defender. Not as quite as good as he used to be,
Yeah.
but still an excellent defender.
I think if you're asking him to play 15, 20 minutes a game tops, he's perfect.
Here's what I would say. You're looking at Oklahoma City. You're looking at Indiana. You're saying, well, let's see if we can get older. Let's see if we can add a 39-year-old to this already old roster.
What's the alternative? If you don't, let's say you don't sign Chris Paul.
Right.
Who are you putting out there?
Well, have you right now, if you have Austin Reeves, you're okay. But you're suggesting, you're saying remove Austin Reeves from the mix.
Austin Reeves right now is a starter in
Yep.
the backcourt along with Luka.
Right.
Backing them up are like wing dudes.
Well, Gabe Vincent.
Yeah.
Guys like that.
So I think Chris Paul, if you need somebody to get the offense going who's not going to turn it over, who's very reliable, as long as you're not paying him an arm and a leg, and like you said, it would probably be a veterans minimum deal, why not do it?
Yeah, my only thought on this is I know they're close and all that stuff, Chris Paul and LeBron. And, I'm sure there's some synergy that would exist there. I just think if you're trying to compete with young athletic teams, you better be young and athletic.
But those guys don't grow on trees.
Well, what do you get? What are you trading Austin Reeves for?
Center.
I assume you're going to mix things up a little bit and add. You throw in a guard here. We can't see the board, as you'd like to say.
Yeah.
We can't see what Rob Pelinka sees. But if you're talking about 7 guys getting moved off this roster, are you telling me one of them is not being moved for a backup point guard?
I think
7 players.
I think the center position and getting more size is the top priority.
But 7, if you're saying there's going to be a turnover of 7 guys, that's not all for a big guy. That includes somebody else.
But most of the good assets, to steal a line from Glenn Ross, the good leads are used to go get a center. So Chris Paul would be a free agent available without having to give anybody up. Was very efficient last year. Why not? And if he stinks, you just don't play him.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. There's going to be a huge turnover in this roster this year. We're going to see a lot of different. You're predicting it.
I don't know if that's
but I don't know how they get better without moving asset. You've got to improve. You can't look around the league and say, let's just keep it kind of the same.
Well,
you can't.
Especially when OKC and Minnesota, the 2 last standing teams in the West, are both so young and athletic.
Yeah, and the other thing is they've got so much depth. That's something that the Lakers are going to have a hard time competing with, is the depth of those teams. But Chris Paul, if they get rid of Austin, yeah, I can see it. All right, coming up next for you. I'll save that for tomorrow. That's really good. How about this? A giant social media platform is for sale right now in Ireland. You and I should buy it.
Let's get it.
I'll explain it coming
up
next.
Rules?
Virtually none. I'll tell you why next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Oh, let me tell you about BetterHelp. So this is a new partner of mine, and one that is near and dear to my heart. I have been involved in mental health awareness for years, and I've talked really openly about my mental health issues, which are managed and I feel good about. And one of the things I've done is I found somebody to talk to. I am in therapy. 27% of Americans are in therapy. The rest, nothing. You want to be able to talk to somebody about whatever issue you're dealing with in your life, whether it's anxiety or depression, can't get out of bed in the morning, whatever that happens to be. Talk to somebody. BetterHelp has got 35,000 therapists standing by right now with the click of a button, helping you to fit therapy into your busy life. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is black and gold. Follow LAFC on the quest for trophies all season long. Every match, every pass, every goal. He drops to his knees and implores the heavens. The home of LAFC is 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser are hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
You get it, like that. Ask your phone, group chat, smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time, no waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, weekdays noon to 3. You're home for real Dodgers talk and super hot takes.
All right, so ready for super hot take?
Oh, that's
super hot take.
Super hot take for promo.
Okay. Ready? Ireland?
Yeah. More of the fellas. Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Yesterday I was talking about, wouldn't it be cool to own something?
Yeah, now what network are we buying? I've always wanted to own a network.
It's for sale. Social media platform.
Okay.
OnlyFans. Could you
No
think
way.
of a more fun platform to own? OnlyFans.
The whole thing is for sale?
Whole thing is for sale. How much do you think?
It's got to be millions.
Take a shot.
I'm going to say 200 million.
350 mil.
Brian?
$1 billion.
Let's talk about $8 billion.
Whoa.
$8 billion
That makes
for
sense.
OnlyFans. That's how many people are on there with their fancy pictures and they're stripping down and all that stuff and the sex and whatever they're doing on there. And I think, John, we can borrow that money.
Okay.
I think we can borrow some from Michael Thompson.
Okay.
I think we can borrow some from... Who else? James Worthy.
Lauren Sanchez, don't you guys know her?
Lauren Sanchez. That's perfect.
Lauren might be the only person
She has it.
She's probably on OnlyFans, and then she would own it.
And both.
There you go.
Do you know
Double
anybody
dipping.
that's actually making money on OnlyFans?
Well, isn't Lindsay on OnlyFans?
Yeah, but I'm sure she's making money. Beyond that, I got a buddy who's on it and does all kinds of stuff that people pay for that he's making bank on. And I say, good for him. And let's be his boss. All right, so John, this is, stop me if you heard this.
Okay.
But an American overseas has done something stupid.
Okay.
Now, when you go to a major tourist site and there's a sign that says, do not enter, whatever it happens to be, it's on a fence right there. What do you think you should normally do? Not go in. Here's an American tourist. You've been to the Colosseum in Rome,
I
right?
have.
You can't get anywhere close to it.
Yeah, you got to shoot pictures from
There's a
outside
gigantic fence around it. So here's an American tourist who climbs over the fence at the Colosseum. He's okay. He's alive, but he impaled himself on a spike.
Okay.
And somebody on Reddit says, man, after all these years, the Coliseum still got it. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That's like a total American tourist thing, is to go where you think you can go, wherever you want, and you end up, in trouble.
They did that. I saw a story maybe like a few weeks ago where an American tourist was in Chichen Itza. I probably pronounced that wrong, but in Mexico.
I think you kind of nailed it. Go ahead.
In Mexico, and they were climbing up the pyramid steps, and you can't do that. And people are like, "Dah!"
I actually totally disagree. I did climb up the pyramid steps.
But now you can't.
Oh, you can't. When I went, you could climb up to, like a certain lower level.
You can't.
I've got pictures of me there on the pyramids.
Because I went in 2019, and they have it all roped off, and you cannot go up there.
All right, if you could transport yourself to anywhere, like Mace, you're big on posting pictures. You can go get a picture of yourself anywhere in the world.
Just the picture. I don't get the trip.
No, you get to go there, take the picture, and then come back.
Okay.
Where's the picture taken?
My first thought was Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Ooh.
I don't have a picture of that.
You don't?
No.
Are you guys still going to help me get the days off for the wedding?
No, wait. Have
what
you
days do you
decided
need off?
whether or not you're going?
I requested the days off, and I'm looking at flights. The flights are not as bad as
Do you
I
need
thought.
us to lean on the powers that be to make sure you
If
get
you
those
guys
dates?
Can, yeah.
Yeah, no, wait a minute. For people that didn't hear the first time, explain your dilemma.
So one of my friends was getting married next year. They had to move up the wedding, but it's a destination wedding, and it's in Paris. Only out of the friend group, only 3 people got invited to go. No dates are included or anything like that, so it's just us single ladies. And, it'll be fun. Looks like a fun trip.
Yeah, I say go.
So I'm looking into flights. It's not as bad as I thought. If we buy them right now, it's like I think the flight was like $600-700.
You say if we buy them right now, would you be going with other girls?
Yeah, the other
Christian's
two.
not going, right?
No, the other 2 girls I got invited are also looking, but they've been lagging it, so I think I'm just gonna have to pull the plug, pull the cord on them and just go.
And just go. I think you should just go.
Yeah.
Go for the experience.
But I do. That's one of the biggest things is I want to see the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, the Eiffel Towers are good. I'm pretty sure I don't. I just pulled up. I've got pictures from the pyramid, but I don't think I got pictures from the Eiffel Tower. No, I never took any. Weird.
I have a picture of Chichen Itza that I took, and everybody thinks that I paid for it. And I was like, no, it's mine. I just paid to blow it up and have it in my apartment.
Right. All right, let's finish with this, John. Guys are proud of themselves when they run a marathon, right?
I would think. I've never run one.
You never have? You ever thought about it?
Hell no.
Yeah.
You ever see anybody running a marathon who's smiling?
No. John Chin, maybe.
No.
Yes. Shout out to
He wasn't
John
smiling.
Chin.
He was just grinding.
I don't know. John Chin has got an easy smile. So you think, oh, wow, that's great to run a marathon. But I've got an amazing story here about 2 guys who ran 331 miles in an ultra marathon. 331 miles. It was originally a competition, but they both had gone 331 miles, and they were like, all right, let's just call it. These guys have run too much. 331, you both get the medal. But can you imagine John Chin is a great example. He ran 100 miles. Our friend John Chin.
He was a glutton.
Yeah, he was crazy. But 2 guys ran 331 miles.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
no, man.
Didn't smile the whole time,
No.
either one of them.
No. Mark Cates ran the marathon.
Good for him.
Yeah, he did great.
Good for him. That's awesome.
He was very proud. It's cool.
All right. Hey, did you say Trudell's coming in here?
Yes, he is.
I said something to Trudell yesterday that I cannot believe exists in the world.
Okay.
And my thought was, Mace, I'm going to show it to you.
All right.
This is, you know how sometimes you'll go online and you'll see a complete breakdown of something, like John Boyle break down an entire play in baseball.
Right.
All right. This is, I won't turn the sound up. This is a Saved by the Bell, Trudell's favorite show.
Oh, it's his favorite, yeah.
Breakdown of a volleyball game that is so bad that none of these people can play volleyball. But they played, and these guys broke down every play of the volleyball. It goes on for like 6 minutes. And I sent it to Trudell and said, it's as if they made this video personally for you.
They indeed are terrible.
Yeah.
They're terrible players.
The worst ever. So we'll get his opinion on the Saved by the Bell volleyball game when he comes back.
Does like Saved by the Bell. That's for sure. All right.
How many characters can you name on Saved by the Bell? The lead, Mark
Slater.
Paul Gosselaar.
I remember Slater.
Okay, Mark Paul Gosselaar was the lead. Do you remember his name?
No.
Zach Morris.
Zach. Okay, I remember it now.
Okay, Slater. A.C. Slater was played by
Mario Lopez.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Personal friend of yours played Jesse Spano.
God, I should know this.
She once threatened not to be bullied by you.
Elizabeth Berkley.
Yeah.
She came at me over Twitter.
Do you remember an actress named Lark Voorhees?
It sounds familiar.
She played Lisa Turtle.
Okay. I don't even remember that.
And then,
Mr.
Brian,
Belding.
I'll be disappointed if you don't come up with this. Who played Kelly Kapowski?
Hate to say, never really even
Kelly
saw
Kapowski,
Save
wait
Up,
a minute.
though.
Come on, that one's easy.
It was
TAT. Or her
Tiffany.
initials, right?
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
There you go.
Yeah, Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Who every red-blooded American male had a crush on throughout the entire run of Saved by the Bell.
Everyone.
Including
single
Trudell,
one.
I'm guessing.
Yeah,
We'll find out when
absolutely.
he gets in here.
All right.
So wait a minute. We got to set the stage for Game of Game.
Yeah.
It's my game today.
Oh, that's right.
Laura is the only one who can catch me.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
You would need to win today, Laura.
To be tied.
No. I'm now 4 ahead of you.
Oh, that's right.
So you need to win back-to-back days.
And you would need to win Brian's game tomorrow. It would be one of the great comebacks in Game of Games history if you can pull it off. You have a chance today. This game does not favor really anyone. No. But it's either going to be really easy or really hard. I can't figure out. I don't think it'll be anything in between.
Okay, Laura, when I wink, it's the right answer.
Okay.
Okay, good.
What makes you think you're going to have more right answers than her?
Oh, that's true.
You haven't won all month.
Or me, come on now.
Yeah, I have not won a game this month.
See, I need to go back to
total and complete shutout?
Nothing. I need to go back to the bleep. I don't care, just off the top, because that's how
just
I was
wing it.
winning.
It is
because that's how I
entirely
almost
multiple
won.
choice.
Okay, good.
So you all have an equal chance.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let me see. You said do that, and I say this is in front of me, so how about this? If you want to be
Ron Burgundy.
If you want to be part Blackjack Tournament through June 5th, want to be part of the first ever Blackjack Tournament, it is happening with Cappy, Friday, June 6th, Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. Going to be a party, RSVP now at ESPNLA.com. Click the picture of Cappy and the cash and be there at our first Cappy Blackjack Tournament. Go to ESPNLA.com right now. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, you ever been hacked? I have. It's the worst. One day you wake up and all your information gone. The truth is 1/3 of businesses will unwittingly turn over their sensitive company data to thieves this year. That's why you need Thrive, the leading managed security service provider in the United States. Thrive will give you a comprehensive cyber risk assessment. Thrive security analysts identify gaps and deliver proactive solutions to help keep your network healthy and protected. Write down this website. I'll give it to you a few times. ThriveNextGen.com/ESPN. That's ThriveNextGen.com/ESPN. That's how you get a hold of the people at Thrive and get your data protected. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Get ready with your no-obligation security recommendations. Your business relies on it. Once again, the website, ThriveNextGen.com/ESPN. That's ThriveNextGen.com/ESPN. Thrive, the leading managed security service provider in the country.
And yes, we now know the Oklahoma City Thunder are into the NBA Finals after last night. Will the Indiana Pacers clinch it out against the Knicks tonight at the Garden? Game 5, the Eastern Conference Finals, tip off at 5 p.m. here on 710 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app on the ESPN radio tile. Thanks to our friends at Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. And Chumba Casino. And Pro Baller, the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. Meanwhile, Sedano and Cap will continue on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles and on the Listen Live tile on the all-new ESPN LA app from 5 to 6 p.m. today. We got you covered on 710 ESPN.
Guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats, so lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
Meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. It is Ireland's game today, and we are joined by Mike Trudell to play along. Who is it this afternoon? It's you and Cappy?
Me and Cappy.
Nice.
Yep.
That's a show right there.
Look, I'm looking forward to it.
One guy in the league and one guy who wants to be.
Cappy and I have had a little bit of a rocky relationship. Like, we like each other a lot, but he's said some things kind of unintentionally. He's put his
What's the meanest thing he's ever said about you?
Well, it wasn't so much about me. This will hit home with Mason, but like he forgot that my dog had died, so I made a comment about it, and then he was like, he acted like he didn't know. But I said, that kind of stuff.
Do you know that Clay had to put Rocco down this weekend?
So we called Michael last night because the boys wanted to ask him a question. We were watching one of the Navy fighter pilot docs, and so Jet wanted to ask Michael about it, and he shared the news about it.
That's
so
sad.
super sad.
Hellfellow won.
He had a good run.
Okay.
Yeah, good
All right,
run.
let's see if we can cheer everybody up with a fun game. All right, Brian Cohen, Laura Romo, Steve Mason, Mike Trudell, 4 players.
Here we go.
If Laura wins, the month stays alive. If anybody other than Laura wins, I win the month. All right, so.
Pressure.
No pressure, right?
Pressure on you, Laura.
Hey, for real.
What about Mason? He just
I've not won a single game.
Mason has not won one game this month.
Today's the day.
Today's the day. I missed 5 shows, and I've not won a game this month.
Not
I'm such
today.
a loser.
Not today. Sorry, Mace. I need to win.
Don't pull that for promo.
All right.
I'm going to do my best to spoil it for somebody.
I have a list of quotes. I'll read the quote and 3 possible names of who said it.
Oh, this is good.
You tell me who said it, okay? Quote number 1. People don't understand that when I grew up, I was never the most talented. I was never the biggest, never the fastest. I was certainly never the strongest. The only thing I had was my work ethic, and that's what's gotten me this far. Okay? Was that A, Jalen Brunson, B, Tiger Woods, or C, Caitlin Clark? Brian, Jalen Brunson, Tiger Woods, or Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark.
Laura.
Jalen.
Mace.
Tiger.
Darn.
Trudell.
Brunson.
Steve Mason is on the board. You sounded confident. Did you know?
I've heard that quote before. I tried to wink at Laura.
Oh, did you really?
Like
that was a bad wink.
2 winks was the middle choice.
It was
gotcha.
Tiger Woods. Okay, quote number 2. Laura, this one coming to you. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a man's determination. Was that A, Tommy Lasorda, B, Phil Jackson, or C, Vin Scully? The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a man's determination. Laura, Lasorda, Phil Jackson, or Scully?
I don't know, but I'm going A. I'm just going to go A, B, or C, so A.
All right, you're going Tommy Lasorda. Mace.
I am going to go Vin.
All right, Trudell.
I think it's Lasorda.
All right, Brian.
Vince Scully.
It is Tommy Lasorda.
It is.
And Laura's cockamamie system.
That's
has
how I
worked.
do it. A, B, or
wow.
C. I'm not even going to say the name. A, B, or C.
Just A, B, or C.
33%.
Okay.
Everybody has 1 point except for Brian
Brian
Cohen.
Cohen.
All right, here we go. Mace, this one coming to you. It's just a job. Grass grows, birds fly, waves pound the sand. I beat people up. Was that A, Muhammad Ali, B, Mike Tyson, or C, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson? Ali, Tyson, or The Rock?
I'm going to go Tyson.
Okay, Mike Trudell.
Agree with Mason. I think it's Tyson.
Okay, Brian.
I'll go Ali.
Okay, Laura.
I'll go C.
You're going The Rock.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brian, you're on the board. It was Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
All right.
Didn't seem poetic enough for Ali.
Yeah, I did it.
Which
Is
means
he going to rhyme or something? Come on, Ali.
1 to 1 to 1 to 1.
Oh, wow. This is a horse race now.
All right, Brian, coming
Here we go. Let's
coming
ride.
back to you. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is Trudell.
Okay.
All right. When my time on Earth is gone and my activities here are past, I want them to bury me upside down and my critics can kiss my ass. Was that A, Woody Hayes, B, Red Auerbach, or C, Bobby Knight? Woody Hayes, Red Auerbach, or Bobby Knight?
Bobby Knight.
Brian.
Woody Hayes.
Laura.
B.
You're going Red Auerbach. Mace.
I'm going Woody Hayes.
Mike Trudell has taken the lead.
Oh.
It was Bobby Knight.
Bobby Knight.
Okay.
Okay,
threw a chair
thing's
while
not
he was
working
Trudell
saying it.
has
anymore.
2. Everyone else only has 1. All right, Brian, back to you. To be the man, you have to beat the man. Was that A, Ric Flair, B, Hulk Hogan, or C, John Cena? Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, or John Cena?
I'll take Hulk Hogan.
Laura.
I have no clue, but I'm going A.
You're going Ric Flair. Mace.
I don't know it, so I'm going to go Hulk Hogan.
Mike.
Ric Flair.
It is Ric Flair, and Trudell has the lead, but Laura, you're only 1 back. All right. Next one. Laura, this one's coming to you.
Okay.
Excellence is not a singular act, but a habit. You are what you do repeatedly. Was that A, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, B, Kobe Bryant, or C, Shaquille O'Neal? Kareem, Kobe, or Shaq?
Can never go wrong saying Kobe, so I'll go Kobe.
All right, Mace.
I'm going Kobe, too.
Mike Trudell.
Kareem.
Oh, was it?
Dang it.
Brian Cohen.
Kareem.
You all missed it. Shaq said that at his MVP acceptance speech.
That
You
doesn't
could
sound
call
like
me-
a Shaq.
That does
Brian
not
sound like
sound
it
like a
applies
Shaq
to
at
Shaq.
all.
Shaq said, you guys just call me the big Aristotle. Excellence is not a singular. Aristotle said that, but Shaq is
Yeah.
the one who repeated
Did they
it.
have Google at the
Excellence
time?
is not a singular
Yeah,
act.
he Googled
No, he
Aristotle.
credited Aristotle and said, you guys
Okay.
should call me the big Aristotle.
Oh, good. Okay,
All right.
fair.
Trudell 3, Laura 2, Brian 1, Mace 1. Let me see. I think we have plenty left,
was a
though.
good one.
1, 2, 3, 4, and a tiebreaker. So I'll make Trudell go first. Whoever said it's not whether you win or lose that counts probably lost. Was that A, Vince Lombardi, B, Martina Navratilova, or C, Michael Phelps? Lombardi, Navratilova, or Phelps? Whoever said it's not whether you win or lose that counts probably lost.
Navratilova.
Okay, Brian.
Lombardi.
Laura.
I'm going with Brian.
You're going Lombardi.
I'm way
Mace.
down, right?
You're down by 2.
I think I agree with Trudell.
You are glad you did. It is
Yes.
Martina Navratilova.
Don't get.
What a stud. Love that quote.
All right.
Yeah, it's a great quote.
Trudell 4, Mason, Laura 2, Brian 1. Brian, you got to go opposite of Trudell from here on out, okay? Mike, the way a team plays as a whole determines its success. You may have the greatest bunch of individual stars in the world, but if they don't play together, the club won't be worth a dime. Was that A, Babe Ruth, B, Greg Popovich, or C, Dick Vermeil? Ruth, Popovich, or Vermeil. The way a team plays as a whole determines its success. You may have the greatest bunch of individual stars in the world, but if they don't play together, the club won't be worth a dime.
I'll say Popovich.
Okay. Brian, you have to go opposite of Trudell, so Babe Ruth or Dick Vermeil?
Babe Ruth.
Okay, Laura.
Okay, I wanted to say Popovich. Do I have to go opposite?
You don't, but you probably should.
Okay, then in that case,
Babe Ruth or Dick Vermeil?
Babe
Okay,
Ruth.
you're going to be Mace?
I think
Ruth?
it's Pop. I know I'm supposed to go different, but I think it's Pop.
I literally am trying to hand this to you,
Oh,
and you
really?
won't take it. It's Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruth, Laura and Brian.
It's the
both
first
get
Babe
point.
Ruth quote I've ever heard.
I was just thinking, why would John find a Babe Ruth quote?
I just Googled
You know?
best sports quotes.
Yeah,
and these all came up.
It felt random.
Okay.
All right, Trudell 4, Laura 3.
The club one threw me there, Mace. This is
Club
soccer.
sounds like Club sounds like Popovich.
All right.
I thought it was going to be
Or like
Phil because Phil liked to talk about the club.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 2 left. Trudell. There are 2 options regarding commitment. You're either in or you're out. There is no such thing as life in between.
Yoda.
Was that A, close, A, Tony La Russa, B, Bill Belichick, or C, Pat Riley? La Russa, Belichick, or Riley. There are only 2 options regarding commitment. You're either in or you're out. There is no such thing as life in between. La Russa, Belichick, or Riley?
Riley.
Laura. You don't have to go different, but you can if you want. La Russa, Belichick, or Riley?
He sounded very confident there. I'll go Belichick.
Okay. Mace.
I'm going Belichick also.
Brian.
I'll go Belichick as well.
It's Pat Riley, and Trudell has won the game.
Did you know that?
Deductive reasoning.
Deductive reasoning.
All right,
Okay.
we'll do
No,
the
it was a
last
guess.
one in a tiebreaker just for kicks.
Okay.
The fewer rules a coach has, the fewer rules there are for players to break. Was that A, Joe Torre, B, Steve Kerr, or C, John Madden? The fewer rules a coach has, the fewer rules there are for players to break. Torre, Kerr, or Madden, Trudell?
Madden.
Brian.
I also like Madden.
Laura.
With the crowd.
I like Torrey.
It was Madden.
It was Madden.
Okay, so let's do the last one. The most quotable athlete maybe ever was Yogi Berra.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a book once called I Really Didn't Say All of the Things I Said.
Okay.
It's just pages of quotes from Yogi.
Yep.
How many pages long is that book? I really didn't say all of the things I said. Brian, give me a number. How many pages?
99.
Okay, Laura.
75.
Mace.
150.
Trudell.
120.
It was Mike Trudell's day. The correct answer is 127.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Trudell.
Asking you to play again. I'm
You're
just-
never allowed. Exactly. You're never allowed to play again. You are out.
Congratulations.
You're out.
So you won, right,
Did I
Ireland?
secure John as the champion?
Yes, you did.
That
You
was
did.
my goal.
Oh,
That
That's
was my
exactly
goal.
right.
Thank you, Trudell.
You
An
get
Ireland homer.
Trudell gets the dime on that one.
I have mentored Trudell
That's what I'm in here for.
from his the birth of his career.
Yep, just here to suck up to John.
So tomorrow starts June, I guess?
Yeah, tomorrow starts
Hey, Brian,
June now.
you got tomorrow, right? Okay.
Excellent. All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do some super crosstalk. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for a party, party? The first ever Cappy $10,000 blackjack tournament, Jack, is happening Friday, June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. We're going to be broadcasting live that Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. and then at 7 o'clock. You can win cash and play blackjack with Cappy. Let's do it. Sign up right now at ESPNLA.com. ESPNLA.com. Click the picture of Cappy holding cash for you, sucker.
Hey, it's Mace, and there's no better place to watch sports than Cosm. The Cosm Dome has got massive high-resolution display. It creates the ultimate immersive experience with a massive wraparound screen that throws you in the middle of the action. The Cosm Hall features wall-to-wall exciting games. Catch all the heart-pounding excitement of both the NBA...
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
From slab leak repairs to clogged drains to water filtration and everything in between, trust NextGen for expert plumbing services and high-quality work. We're talking financing options, 5-star service, and availability 7 days a week. So don't wait. Call 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN to schedule your $88 drain cleaning today. CSLB number 1011173. NextGen, here for you now and for years to come.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins. Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Come on, Cappy.
Love boat. There you go. Cappy's
Yo.
somewhere. Did you
There
love
he
boat
is.
us or no?
You didn't love Boda.
Yo.
Cap, did you love boat
Cap,
us?
we're on the air.
It's the talking part, Cap. I don't think he can hear
he
us.
can hear us. Okay. Well, we'll eventually connect there.
Well,
Trudeau, you might be doing a solo show
Oh,
today.
yeah. Trudeau's solo.
I'm ready for it. It's only
Are
3
you?
hours.
No. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, just throw in 3 hours.
If we said to you, "Here's 3 hours, you go broadcast," would you be able to do 3 hours solo?
I think that earlier in my when Ireland first dragged me in here in 2011 or 12 or whatever it was, I think that would have scared me to death. Now I'm like, I think I could probably do it.
Yeah, you could do it.
You know, would it be? Is it as fun as being with one of you? No, of course not. But you do have DeAndre and Lindsay,
Right,
In
you
this
got
case,
people
So,
that
you know
you
what
can
I'm
play
saying?
off of, yeah.
So that's the thing
Yeah.
with a quote unquote solo show. If you've got an excellent producer, an excellent board op, it's basically just like having a co-host.
Yeah.
Can it be?
Now you were just saying you're thinking about getting another dog. What's your timetable? Because after I went through, I immediately got another dog.
Yeah, so our dog, it's been about a year, right?
Yeah.
Since our first.
It's been a year, okay.
It's the first dog that we had, but I've got twin 10-year-olds and a 4-year-old, and I still travel a lot, obviously, with John and the Lakers. So
Yep.
I'm kind of thinking like it's that stage of life where it would be a lot to have a puppy and train a puppy, and I get that you can get older dogs, right? If you adopt one. But that's my concern is like if we get one now, does that make my wife's life even that much more crazy and hectic at home? Or is it worth it for all of the love that you receive?
Now,
So that's
Ireland, do
the
you bring
debate.
your dog to Idaho with you?
Not yet, but we will.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason we don't is I don't want to put him in a cargo hold.
Yeah.
On a plane.
Oh no,
So
I would never do that.
Either we have to get somebody with a plane.
Oh, PJ. You need a PJ for your
but
dog.
more likely, since we don't know a lot of people with planes, it'll be the next time one of us drives.
Oh, okay.
This summer, I don't think we're driving.
The drive isn't that bad, is it, John? You kind of,
21 hours.
21
So you just split it into 2 days.
Split it into 2 days. Yeah, you pick a place in, I don't know, Colorado or something.
No,
and
Bend, Oregon is about halfway
nice.
there.
Okay, so yeah.
And which is beautiful, by the way.
Cappy, your take.
Oh, there you go.
There
That's
he is.
a good take.
Can you hear us now, Cap?
I can. I was not able to hear you. What's funny is that I've been sitting here at my desk in South, and I'm talking to Laura, and the guys have me on YouTube. So everybody on YouTube is like, Cap, get your Wi-Fi fixed, or you're on mute. And I have no idea it was on YouTube. I was sitting here picking my nose, adjusting my you-know-whats.
Right.
I mean, I have no idea that I'm even on camera. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, so wait, so am I not doing a solo show from 3 to 6 then? So you're available.
I'm here. I'm available. I'm never out of pocket, Mike.
Okay.
Never out of pocket.
Well,
Never out of
that's the last time that I came in though, right? And I was in studio with George, and you were supposed to join remotely, and you weren't, and you didn't. So the internet didn't work.
Yeah, but that was on the ESPN side, not on my side.
I see.
Hey, I got a question for you, Cap.
Bend, Oregon's awesome.
I got a question for you. So yesterday, I believe this is yesterday, you did your show, and when it ended on the radio, you continued to do it on YouTube. Do I have that right?
That is correct.
So what is the difference between what you do on the radio and what you do on YouTube? Are you a little bit looser, a little bit wilder on YouTube?
Well,
because it's only YouTube.
Yeah, and by the way, people are a little offended when they hear that it's only YouTube because they're like, wait a second, I'm watching you on Twitter. I'm watching you on Facebook.
Right.
I'm watching you on Twitch.
Yeah, those outlets are taking the YouTube feed.
Right, but
Yeah.
they get very offended when you don't acknowledge Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay.
As for what's different, Mace, I would just say that first and foremost, you'll appreciate this, kind of podcast style. Don't really need to take any breaks if you don't want to.
Nice.
Long format. And yesterday we talked about some things that Chris and I did not think were appropriate for the air.
But were appropriate for the YouTube.
They were not appropriate for air, but they were talkable on YouTube.
Now, this is why you should tune in on YouTube when you guys get done on the radio, because you just don't know what's going to happen, right?
Right. And like, for example, I mean, last week we had Funchy going to the Taco Bell down the street.
Excellent.
And all plays out on YouTube.
Oh, I had you know what the new like Baja Blast Mountain Dew Frosty type thing they have there, Cappy. Ooh,
yeah,
excellent.
All you got to do to get Trudell to buy something is put Mountain Dew in it.
Is that right? You're just Mountain Dew all the time?
I just love the sugar.
Now they got all different flavors of Mountain Dew.
I do love the sugar, Mace. It's not really the caffeine, but just the taste. It's just
It's got the most caffeine of any soda.
Does it?
Oh yeah, Mountain Dew has the most caffeine of any popular soda. So you are getting a lot of caffeine. But do you ever drink like the?
Well, I don't drink coffee, so I guess that's.
Do you drink the diet?
No,
Mountain Dew?
no.
Does that not have the same? Give you the same charge?
It's just not the same taste. It's not even. Again, it's not even a charge. It's just the pure way that it tastes. It's like eating a candy bar. Same thing. I've got a bad sugar.
So you like the Baja Blast?
Well, as an alternate, but I like to stick with the original. I do like the Code Red, which is like the cherry
Code
blast.
Red, Live Wire.
Yeah,
they got a whole bunch of
Pitch
options
Black.
Yeah. Cappy, do you ever do the YouTube portion shirtless, like to just increase the type of clientele that might want to tune in?
No, although
Do you
an
think about
excellent
that?
idea.
Yeah,
An
no, that's
excellent
something
idea.
you haven't tried yet. That's a
nope,
good one.
but a very, very good
Huge
idea.
spike in audience
coming
there.
off and thinking of how good Mace looked shirtless in Hawaii. I was just wondering if you
I
wanted
was not
to try
shirtless. To be fair,
well, the way that
I
I
was
saw
wearing
you,
a shirt.
like a tank top?
I was wearing a tank top.
well, you're sleeveless.
You know, I don't own a tank top.
Really? I always work out in a sleeveless shirt.
think
Tank
I
top.
own
back in
I
college,
might have like an old jersey.
Back in college, it was like it was a cool thing to do to cut the sleeves, right, so that you could show the biceps a little
You
bit when
and
you
Bill
went to the gym.
Belichick.
Now I got the tattoo, so I like showing it. So
Exactly.
I wear the sleeveless.
So
tees.
and that's what I remember. I thought of it as shirtless, but the point was that it looked good, and I wondered if Cappy wanted to compete with the way that your bicep looked.
We talked about this. Laura brought this up today because we were talking about Luka and exactly how much weight he might have lost or how thinner he is. And Laura said, well, pictures can be deceiving. Like, look at your picture on Instagram from Hawaii. And I was totally sucking in my gut to a degree that is indescribable. Well, literally somebody in the comments said, you can breathe now.
You're not alone. I always, well, I should say always, if I have a short sleeve shirt on and I'm taking a picture, with a family or something, I will just instinctively flex, right? To try to make
totally.
it right. I will.
Yeah.
And my wife, if I'm standing next to my wife, she'll be like, really? I can feel you flexing right now. I'm like, no, I'm not. No. I'm not flexing.
What, are you just like tightening everything up?
Just kind of.
No, you flex your guns a little that they look a little more vascular.
Exactly.
You know?
Just so that the bicep,
Now, lots of
peeks out
comments
the shirt
about
a
my
little bit.
guns in that picture. I definitely
Look great.
did not have a permit for those guns.
Oh, really?
I did not have a permit.
Not carrying a permit?
No
You know,
permit.
really? Not to have a concealed weapon like those two guns of yours?
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
Hey,
Yes.
Johnny I.
Yes, sir.
I gotta say that I think next week I might have to meet you at the golf course at like 6:30 in the morning.
Okay, well, we'll pick a day. Let's
Well,
go.
here's what happened. Remember, I was kind of telling you about my whole Torrey Pines experience?
Yeah, how'd
so
it go?
It went really well, other than the fact that I realized that day, I'm like, I can't hit the ball far. And I was pretty much using a set of golf clubs, typical set of clubs that you might go to a sporting goods store and buy off the shelf. And they weren't fitted. They didn't have the right shafts for me.
Well, it's not like Ireland's clubs.
No, well, so Johnny I don't know if you're watching the YouTube or not.
I'm not, but go ahead.
I played on Saturday.
Okay.
Realized on Saturday I need another 50 yards off the tee.
Okay.
And there's nothing I can do with these clubs. So I immediately ordered the brand new Callaway Elites.
I love
What's
that.
the price tag on those, Cappy?
They're a little steep.
Did you sell some Bitcoin?
Hey, Mace, if I had some Bitcoin, I'd sell some Bitcoin.
What are we talking? We talking like $5,000 or something?
Oh, no, not that much.
Oh, okay.
Not that much. But new sticks, John. So
Okay,
they're-
so Cappy,
Yup.
did you get new woods also?
Yeah, I got everything.
Okay, what did you get the smoke driver?
No, here.
Oh, the
Oh,
Elite
that's
driver.
that's even upgraded from this. The smoke driver, the one I'm hitting right now from Callaway, is my favorite driver I've ever had.
Yeah, I'm showing it to you right now on YouTube, even though you're probably not watching. But this is the brand new one. This is their latest and greatest right here.
Whoa.
Well,
So
whenever you want to play, let me know.
Okay. Well, so now now I am of the opinion that when you're a member of a club and you invite a guest, it just sort of goes on your membership, right?
Oh, it just
there. Now, no, Trudell just put you up
does
on
it
YouTube,
just go
so I'm
on
looking.
your membership?
Yeah.
Does he have to pay, or is it on you?
Well, someone has to pay a guest fee. But I don't care. Cappy can come up. Yeah, Cap. When are you going to play with those for the first time?
I'm going to take them out this weekend and start hitting them in the range.
All right, I need a full report.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you. So Saturday I'm going to Dodgers Yankees, which I'm excited about.
All right, can I ask you a
are you? Yeah.
highly personal question? What'd you pay for the tickets?
$255 a seat. They're on
That's
the lower.
less than I thought.
They're on the lower level, and they're on the third base side, a little bit past third base. They were pretty good.
I think that's a ridiculously fair price for that game.
But tomorrow night, Ireland, I've got the night free.
Okay.
Are you in town?
Friday night. I am, but one of Lisa's best friends is coming in from Nashville.
Why? What's up,
I wanted
Mace?
to go to the 900 Club.
Oh, but they may want to go there.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's figure it out.
I would love to go because I hear all about the 900 Club. It's like where all the cool kids hang out, and I want to be cool.
Well, and there is a very, the nicest steakhouse in Manhattan Beach is directly across
Now,
the street.
do you eat there? Do you eat dinner there,
Yeah.
or do you just drink there?
Both.
Both. So we
Food's
should
good.
We should come there for dinner.
You can.
Yes.
Or you can go to Slay, which is right down the street.
Yeah, I mean, but
or
you
you
Slay
can
all
go to
day.
What's the
Mangiamo.
secret? What's the code word to get into the 900 Club?
They don't take money, so you have to have an account. So when you walk in,
So it's like going to the Intuit Dome.
correct.
Yeah.
But if you don't have an account, they won't serve you.
But you really don't worry about the food. You just want to be seen there.
Correct.
That's-
I'm just
yeah.
going there to be seen.
You know
Exactly.
what? You know I've run into there more than once. Les Snead.
Oh, right. Les Snead.
Yeah.
Jose Eskenazi.
Oh, great
Is he
guy.
still at SC?
Yes, he is.
He's in there a lot.
Nice.
A lot of the Kings, a lot of the hockey people are in there
Yeah?
a lot. I 2 nights ago I was in there and ran into Steve Nash,
Wow.
who is doing great.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do when you go in there on a Tuesday night? What are you just pulling in for a little dinner and a drink, or
we took another couple that we liked out to dinner at Mangiamo down the street, and they wanted to see the 900 Club, so we took them in there, and that's where I saw Nash.
Excellent. Well, that's my plan for tomorrow night. So let me know if you're going
Okay.
because we will definitely go.
Mace, we'll look for you on Saturday. I'm going with the wife and twins.
Where are
now.
you sitting? What do you got?
I don't know for
Oh,
sure.
the twins are going too.
Yeah.
The Twins are going to the 900 Club?
No,
Twins
are going to the Dodger game.
I didn't know you could bring
They're,
kids to the 900
They're
Club.
big Dodger fans. They watch most
You
of the games.
can, but they really don't have anything for them.
Yeah. I'm getting
Chicken fingers.
tickets from. Usually, I get tickets from our kind friends at Spectrum Sportsnet, L.A.
Oh, sure.
In this case, I'm getting tickets from the Yankees because a buddy of mine works for the Yankees.
You're getting the tickets from the Yankees?
But I will be wearing a Dodger jersey.
Oh, okay.
So that's the thing. So so I'm like, look, buddy,
Okay,
I'll take the tickets, but I'm wearing.
Wait a
We're all
minute.
wearing Dodger stuff.
The friend who works for the Yankees is who I think it is, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You could get him in trouble wearing a Dodger jacket. Have you cleared it with him?
He's aware. Yeah, he's
okay,
aware.
so this was a Seinfeld episode, literally. George gets tickets from somebody who's friends with the owners of the Yankees. And he brings Elaine to the game. And Elaine shows up wearing an Orioles hat. And the guy who got him tickets walks down and goes, "That's disrespectful. You got to take off the Orioles hat." He said, She goes, "I will not." And a fight ensues, and it gets on TV and turns into a big bit. Kramer gets hit with a foul ball. It's a whole thing.
Although, Cappy, what's your favorite episode of Seinfeld? Do you keep track of it like that?
Not really, but I do have one favorite episode. It's called "These Pretzels Are Making Me Thirsty."
Yeah, that's George. Too.
Yeah, that's good.
Where Kramer, though, is becoming an actor. And he says to Jerry, he goes, "I may have a whole new career." And Jerry says, "You mean like a career?" And so so Kramer's going to be in this film, and his one line is, "These pretzels are making me thirsty."
And they keep repeating it.
And they go, "Wait, you're going to say it like that?"
Hands down, the greatest Seinfeld episode is... You completely missed
it's
it.
turned down.
Come on,
I can't
Mace.
do it.
Come on, Mace.
missed the
Bum,
cue.
bum,
Turn this back up, Kasim. Hang on. I pressed
keep it down,
I
Kasim.
pressed the button. There we go.